Welcome, weary travelers, to another exciting episode of Arcanarama. I'm Cameron Holt, artist and YouTuber over at youtube.com/fablefire and Dungeon Master here at Arcanarama. I'm joined as always by the traveling Arcana crew. Make a funny noise, Arcana crew. Before we begin, we have some announcements. One particularly big announcement regarding the future, which is...
We're the only ones that know about the asteroid. Stay tuned.
We will be...
Do you think we'd go viral if we had that info?
Did we put asteroid in our tag?
Only if it was accurate.
World news.
We will be off for the first 3 weeks of September. That is the 3rd through the 17th, which sadly means that we will be missing our 1-year anniversary as a show. But also that was on a Sunday anyway, and we will be mid-travel. Most of us will. So, yeah, we'll probably do some sort of celebration when we come all back together on... probably not on September 24th, because we will be back with a special episode of Random Encounters, but it may not have all of us at the table. And then we'll be back to the main campaign starting October 1st, I think.
October is what comes after September. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
What are some other things we know?
So, bear with us as we go dark for the majority of the month of September, but I hope to see all of your beautiful shining faces through this screen as I am looking at you right now.
You're so shiny.
When we come back in late September and early October. Now I'm going to throw it over to Taylor because Taylor has some words from our sponsors.
Our sponsors are thegildedrogue.com. Prepare yourself. It's a website that has merch on it. When you click on the merch, you can purchase it. And after you click a size, if that is applicable, it's a great place. And if you buy the merch, they plant trees. You get it? So go out there and buy a forest of merch. All right?
Are you mad at us?
Our next sponsor is More Fun Comics and Games. They're our local comic book shop, and they've been nice enough to supply us with prizes for you. Here's one of them. It's backwards. It has random things in it. If you are a follower and not in Quebec, you can enter to win this after Cameron tells you how to do that. This has some random shit in it, but some of it's really cool. A lot of it's really cool.
Yeah.
You'll just have to see when you win. Unless you're from Quebec. And that's it for... Oh, and Kitty Scratch Kitchen, because I actually feel like in the last 2 weeks I've eaten a lot of what you've had left over from orders. Yeah. So that's a personal sponsor.
Flowers on them right now.
Are there
Those for everybody?
Oh, yeah, those are... Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, so we are sponsored.
We're sponsored by Kitty Scratch Kitchen for sure.
Nice.
Let me throw it to our last sponsor, Cameron.
Hi.
Whoa.
It's me. We'll talk about how I sponsor the show in a minute. But first, I'm going to throw it over to Kitty with some words on merch.
Words on merch. Words on merch.
Graphic.
Hi. Welcome. If you go to thegildedrogue.com/Arcanarama, that's our link for the Gilded Rogue. But also, if you go to thegildedrogue.com/collections/Arcanarama.
Coaching me through it.
You're going to get this, Taylor.
Yeah, it was
so that I could have it.
she siphoned.
I thought you were going to feed me applesauce or something afterwards.
I do have some applesauce. That's where our merch is. We have things with our name on them, things with our little spindly dice things on them. There's like mouse pads, there's leggings, there's shirts, there's a zip-up hoodie. I remember someone specifically asked for that. Mm-hmm. It's there. Yeah. And you can get it. And it still plants trees.
Yeah.
So that's really awesome. Thank you to the Gilded Rogue for getting this kind of setup going with us. And there's things. So you should get some things. Things and stuff.
Get our things.
Put it on your butt.
Put it on your butt.
Yeah. Or your torso. Or your head. Or your desk.
Brighten it.
Back to you, Cam.
Thanks, Kitty. Sam, where can they find us on social media?
Yo, what's up? On Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, we are at Arcanarama Show. On TikTok, we are just at Arcanarama. There's lots of stuff on there. In our About section, there's a link to our Discord where we talk about the show. We talk about pets. We talk about plants. We talk about secrets. We talk about the show as it's happening.
There's anime in there too.
There's anime. There's cooking. There's cleaning. There's maps. There's a general chat where we generally talk.
Yeah, I started talking about books today.
Books. You learned how to read.
I did. It's amazing it took us this long, but we got there.
Oh, did it?
But I think that's all of our
Yeah,
our
that's-
social
Cheers
media.
to reading.
Go look at us.
What
Yeah.
are some other sounds we could make?
Go find the beautiful clips that we put together that are lovely and entertaining for your entertainment.
For your eyes.
So we have 2 giveaways this evening. Speaking of me being a sponsor, which was mentioned a couple of minutes ago. The first being this lovely set of mystery pre-painted miniatures by WizKids from More Fun Comics and Games. That'll be our first giveaway, which I'll tell you how to enter right before we go to our break this evening. When we come back, we'll announce the winner, and I will tell you how to enter to win this beautiful set of glittering gold Fablefire dice. Look at them. Use your beautiful eyes.
Unless you're driving.
Yeah, or at work or something. Then go to the VOD, which launches every Tuesday at 9 a.m. on YouTube, where you can watch the stream for free if you're not a subscriber.
Or you could, when you stop being in the car or at work, you could just go to our social media pages and you can see pictures of those dice too.
Also true. Or you could subscribe to us here on Twitch and have access to the VODs whenever you want.
How close are we to 200?
So close.
Very close. We're at 183 last I checked.
It's 17 more until you get to see legal porn.
I'll do
I
it.
burped halfway through that.
I'll post it on my Twitter.
What Taylor
I've got nothing
means
to
is
lose.
when we hit 200 followers here on Twitch, which followers is totally free to do. All you got to do is click the heart right here on Twitch to become a follower. That'll make you eligible for all of our giveaways. And also, when we hit 200 followers, we're going to go through the monster manual, monster by monster, and make them sexy. Because we are all artists and we have the power to do what we want.
Nobody can stop me from drawing men's tits.
True. Very true.
I specialize
We've
in
tried.
calves.
Together we're gonna make one man.
We're going to make one man's torso.
Have you seen Cameron's knees? Beautiful shading.
They were pretty okay. So that is our second giveaway this evening, the Fablefire dice. Now it's time for a vibe check, so I'm going to throw it over to the wonderful Miranda.
Hi, what's up? How are your vibes? How's your mom and them? What's up? What's
Good.
happening? Oh, sick. Okay. Hey, did you know that you can do exclamation point vibe check and you can roll your own vibes in the chat?
Yeah, just like we rolled an 8 as a collective just now.
Why would you do that to us, Cameron?
Hey,
Stop.
Hey,
it was a group effort.
hey.
Stop. Roll your vibes. What's a happy birthday, Leos?
Oh, I thought we had the same thing.
One's in Gemini. I know,
Oh,
but like it'll be okay. How did your vibe check go? Did you roll?
I got a 12.
Oh my goodness!
It's super average.
Yeah, 9.
Sick. Hey, you know,
I'm this many.
shit. Maybe we did as a collective
Yeah.
roll that 8.
Yeah.
Cameron, how are your vibes? What are your vibes looking like?
I rolled a 7.
That's cocked.
Is that an average?
Shit. I rolled a 5.
I think the 8 might be our average.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Yeah.
We got 2 5s, a 12, and a 9.
Yeah.
And
And
2 5s.
12.
I got a 5. Was that a 5?
Divided by 4.
Don't know.
7.75 is our average.
We round up in this house. That's an 8.
If it was going to be exactly 8, I was going to grab another box.
Magic. Thank you guys so much for the cheers and for the gifted subs. That's pretty cool. Shout out to WeFirm. WeFirm.
Affirm.
And shout out to Hellbell666 for
Sorry about your
resubscribing for
finger.
5 months.
Affirm.
sweet.
It's like,
Oh,
That's so many months.
because he broke his finger.
you can't mock the audience.
he knows what he did.
I feel like we're really
I don't know.
good at
We all support
We
you,
are, yeah.
WeFirm.
He called you a dick. dick.
If it makes you feel better, in like elementary school, like I'm not flicking you off. I broke both of my middle fingers, and so now they're fucking crooked as shit. So now
It's like the greatest way to gaslight someone. I am not flipping.
I broke these on purpose.
but now they're like little janky. It's
Wait.
very cute.
Instead of like little hearts, can you just do little, just little beep?
I still make a little heart, but it's like one of those little shoop kind of hearts, you know, like when you're like 3rd grade and you want to be like cute, so they came into like a little scalloped point. It's very fun. Anywho, I hope
made
your
this for
fingers
you?
are as janky as mine are. You can like see the little bump too, like right where I broke them.
Sip of my tea.
Right? Don't run and flip off elementary school kids at the same time. You'll fall and you won't put your hands
Try to
down and
catch
catch yourself.
yourself?
No,
Instant.
I did. I just went down with the fingers. I'm sorry about your fingies, your phalanges. Hope you can finger things better with non-broken fingers.
All right. With all that out of the way,
I love you, we firm.
it is time to explore a new city and continue the adventure. And we have a very special recap for you today for those of you who started watching anime in the 90s, or really, if you are aware of anime as a genre. Enjoy the previously on for tonight's episode of Arcanarama.
Last time on Arcanarama, the Mistwalkers were teleported from Rovengul to Wiltbloom College of Magic by Valdwin, who then promptly asked them to leave. They traveled back to Wellisden to let Ren the boatman know that his services would no longer be needed. That night, Genevieve pressed Silas about resurrecting their daughter Alma and returning to Waterdeep. When Silas resisted the notion of resurrection, Genevieve snuck away in the night with Silas's bag of holding. Reeling from this shocking turn of events in the morning, Pippin informed the group that he had planned to search for his missing siblings. With 2 of their companions gone, Silas decided to tell the party about the magical deck of cards he had found in the Hag's ritual room. During the investigation, Aurora pulled the Rogue, a card that didn't seem to do anything. Feeling silly for having worried all night, Silas excitedly took a card as well, Balance. He felt a shift from his naturally lawful self to a more chaotic side, as displayed when he stole a fish from a merchant for breakfast. Saddened to see their companions go, our heroes steeled themselves and set out to confront Aurora's Silver Stake family on the western shores of Mistinor. Their travels brought them across a group of bodies killed by Silver Stake cultists, the shrieks of banshees, and an altar to a primordial known as Chandragora. Finally, our heroes arrived at Mossendell, the only major hold on the way to Altanen. What adventures and mystery lie in wait within the city? Will Aurora's family welcome the Mistwalkers with open arms? Find out next time on Arcanarama.
Welcome back, everyone. When last we left off, the Mistwalkers, now back down to a party of 4, had just entered the city of Mossendell within the marshes of Mistinor, centrally located just north of the Lake Mendeleth. So as you enter the city, I believe just as the sun has set, I can just look. Yeah. Just as the sun has set, you all find yourselves in this beautiful city. It's almost like walking around within ruins that are still inhabited. Every surface, barring certain roofs, is just covered in various types of lichen and moss, and all these different shapes and color varieties, causing it to be a truly green city. Even though it is nighttime, there are still a number of people out and about. You see a number of genasi that none of you have ever seen the likes of before. You see a person walking around that looks like they're made of sandstone. You see others that appear to be like their hair kind of looks wet from a distance, and then as you get closer you realize that it is actually kind of like flowing mud almost. yeah, it's a very fascinating place. While mostly Genasi, there are a number of other types of peoples out and about. Very much a melting pot. So what is the first order of business in Mossendell?
I think we were trying to find the dry bean.
The dry bean.
Before we came in, was the island visible from the gate? Was it like
No.
trees, a valley?
No, you've actually traveled quite a distance away from Lake Mendeleth.
Okay.
Which even at the shores of Lake Mendeleth, the island is... The only reason it was visible in the distance was because of the glow of Chandragora, but since it has since diluted, it's not really visible from the shore. If I could have someone make either a charisma check or a survival check to attempt to find the Dry Bean pub.
I do.
Let me know which one you choose.
Oh, okay. Wait. Numbers kind of cut off. I think that's a 2. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I did work on I've got a new batch of D20s where I made the numbers on those ones thicker. Because I had noticed that was an issue with a lot of them. So I'll be replacing a lot of your D20s soon.
So that's going to be an 8 survival.
8 survival. Search as you do. You don't come across any place that has a sign depicting it as being the Dry Bean. You do pass by a place that stands out as familiar based on the descriptions that you were given by Sefit, the guard at the gate. You see a place that must be the Hummingbird, as it is built kind of onto a dire pine that is one of the larger trees in the area, but has been completely stripped of its branches, and is just kind of like a beam that rises up into the sky with a building atop it. And spiraling down the tree is what appears to be a wooden walkway that just spins and spins and spins. There's no railing on it or anything, and you don't see anyone traversing it. But you do see a couple of, even in the night, a couple of Aarakocra fly and like land and go inside. You also pass by a vibrantly colorful building that is alight with green and yellow and blue continual flame spells that keep it well lit. And there's a big sign that is shaped like a cloud, and it just says the Nimbus.
I can't find this place. Should we just go into the one with all the lights? I mean, we can go up there, but it seems like an awful long way.
I mean, a place to sleep is a place to sleep, no? Might as well try it.
I've slept on a
Go
desk
on
before.
Up or the colorful one?
Let's do the colorful one.
Okay. It wasn't clear. We'll head into the Nimbus.
Yeah, if I could have everybody make a perception check
Oh dear.
as you enter.
That's a nat 20, baby!
Fuck yeah, dude.
It's you?
2 nat 20s.
Wow, we.
Yo.
Sick.
And they're facing you.
14.
17.
14, 17.
We're looking
Nice
at
rolls.
We see.
Yeah. Stepping inside, you all are instantly accosted with sights and sounds and smells. You smell this wonderful scent of like freshly baked bread that just kind of lingers through the entire space. The green, blue, and yellow lights that light the building outside are even brighter inside, bringing it almost up to like daylight brightness. It's a little bit chilly when you walk in. Some sort of enchantment to lower the temperature has definitely been put in place. There are just hazes of smoke that fill the area from the various pipes that are alight. You see tables with large, what look like shields at first, but are indented and have kind of little numbered slots within them that are being spun. You hear the sounds of a couple of harps and violins that are enchanted to play at a couple of these stands. There are card tables. There are tables of people playing dice. You quickly come to realize that this is probably not going to be a place where you can find sleep. This is a casino.
I think maybe the dry bean was meant to be a place where we could rest. And this place is rather bright, if I could say. Though it looks fun.
But doesn't it look fun? It does. Should we? Well, okay. We could rest somewhere else and then come back here for fun later.
What if we just do like a quick 10-minute circle? Ask for directions?
Sure.
Meet back up by the front door. We can't get into too many shenanigans in 10 minutes. It'd be impossible. We're just asking for directions and
And I'm on an allowance.
I'll just stay by the door.
Okay.
All right. Cholula, I'm going to say that your natural 20 on perception is going to carry over to keep an eye on your party members. It's not a very large space. Like, it's maybe probably like 80 feet wide by 50 feet deep. But there are just like pillars and some mild separations. And mostly it's just these tables. There's a bar on the far right side that it appears where people are ordering food. Mostly people are, like, there are wait staff that are bringing drinks around to people and just kind of handing them to them. You don't see any money changing hands. They're just kind of handing out drinks to people. And again, you very much get the sense that everything about this place is meant to keep the people in here awake and to keep them here.
Right.
So, what is everybody up to as you take your 10 minutes or so to explore the Nimbus?
I would like to find something quick and easy that can be accomplished before I get noticed by my party.
Okay, make a
I will sneak off to do this.
yeah, make a stealth check first. Cholula, what is your perception score with like on top of 20? What is the total?
On top of 20?
Mm-hmm.
That would be 30.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no universe in which I can be 30, so I won't burn.
I mean,
a luck
if you
point.
rolled a natural 20.
I will burn a luck point. Damn it! Nope. 17.
This is the place to burn luck points.
All right. You see, yeah.
I only had one left.
You see Rabbit attempting to be sneaky, but you very much have eyes and are just kind of keeping tabs on everyone.
Just so we're aware, that moment right there is why I'm not allowed in places like that.
So, Rabbit, if you wouldn't mind also making an insight check to kind of garner which of these is a fast-moving table with a quick game that you could get through.
15?
15, not bad. Yeah, you get the sense, after kind of observing for a second, the most kind of turnover between guests at a table are at these ones that have this big kind of like glimmering shield that is on some kind of like spindle that is spun.
Oh yeah, I'll head over there.
Okay. You walk over, the attendant looks up at you. Or rather, the attendant spins the wheel. You see a lot of people kind of like holding on to each other, like holding on to the table and watching. You can hear one of them under his breath is like, "Come on, 19. Come on, 19." And this is essentially akin to like a roulette table. You notice that there are 20 slots within this shield, and the dealer, from a little ramp, places a small kind of icosahedron, like a little D20 shape, places it up there and drops it down. It rolls in and clicks along, spinning the opposite direction of the wheel until finally both come to a rest. And he looks up, the attendant looks up and calls out, 16. And you see a number of the people are like, fuck, and like throwing things up in the air and like pushing stuff over. And a couple of them are celebrating, and they all are handed various coins and go on their way. Care to partake in the hand of, in the Fairfather's shield?
Sure. How do I partake?
Well, as you can see, there is a large wheel that I shall spin with 20 slots. Your main goal is to guess what number the die will land within, or you can, for a lesser sum, attempt to guess whether the results will be odd or even. So basically, once the dealer has rolled, all the bets are settled. If you guess the exact number that is rolled, then you get triple the amount that you have staked, that you've put in. And if you guess the correct odd or even, then you get a 1.5 payout.
Okay.
And then losers' bets are contributed to the casino's pot.
All right. Bets on 12.
All right.
I will hand over. I don't know what feels good. I'll hand over 15 gold pieces.
All right. You place 15 gold pieces down on the table. Let me make a note of that.
I wanted to put down an absurd amount of platinum, but that felt like it was going to get me noticed.
This is why we can't.
Yeah, hey, you've got to test the waters first, see if the table's
Yeah.
I immediately. 400.
Before we get to that roll, Aurora.
Hello, hi. Is there what seems to resemble like a bar or like a?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, on the far right side of the building from the entryway.
Sick. I'm gonna make my way over there, and just sort of gently wait for a bartender to approach.
Yeah, as you're sitting and waiting, you see a couple of bartenders that are busily making drinks and stacking them out onto trays. Attendants will come up and take the trays and carry them out onto the floor. One of them walking by places a drink in front of you. It's in a very kind of themed goblet that has some sort of enchantment on the bottom of it that makes it look very wispy and cloud-like. It's like it's resting on a cloud for you from the stem.
I immediately take a sip.
Yeah, it's blue. It's mostly sugar.
That's it. It's blue, guys.
It's on a cloud.
It's blue. It's sugary. There is gold around the rim, and yeah, it tastes good.
It was made for me. But no one
It
seems
wasn't
to like head my way to sort of like talk to me. No.
No, you could stop the waiter if you would like.
Yeah, I'll do like a gentle wipe.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. So I'm a little lost. I'm trying to find my way to the dry bean, for a room for the night. Do you think you could point me in that direction, or?
The dry bean. Yes. It's just 2 blocks down the road, and then a block to the left. You can't miss the sign out front. Depicts a large bean.
Of course. Okay. Thanks. What was this, by the way? It was really nice.
Oh, that's the Storm King's thunder.
Could I? Is there alcohol in this?
Yes. Enjoy.
Not a concerning thing at all. Is there? I've never.
I'm gonna try to flag down another waiter.
Can I get like 2 more of these?
Absolutely. Takes them, places them right in front of you. Enjoy. And goes about. They're all like very nicely dressed, but all dressed exactly the same. And in a way, if they were outside of this building, they would very much stand out. But within this room of like blue and gold and platinum, they kind of blend into the walls almost. Meant to be easily flagged down, but also not be seen at the same time.
Do I not owe you any money?
No, they're complimentary. Just be sure to play some games before you head on your way out.
Rad. Okay. I'm gonna finish the one that I was initially handed. Start sipping on the second one, and then I'd like to find Rapid.
Yeah, absolutely. Make a perception check. You rolled,
I bet on 12.
for stealth, you rolled a 17?
Yeah.
Okay.
You said perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
19.
19. 19 is enough. You see Rabbit standing
I'm like
at,
squatting.
you see Rabbit standing at one of the Fairfather's shield tables nearby. And with that, I'm going to hop over to Silas.
Steven Soderbergh, frame divide.
Yeah, this has all been one continuous shot.
After we all kind of split up and everyone's like, yeah, we can't get into that much trouble. I'm like, and I just immediately scan the room. Do I perceive anyone cheating at any of these games?
Ooh, make a Make an investigation check.
It's me.
Investigation or insight, I would say. To discover deception.
Let me go with insight. I'll say it before I roll.
Investigation discovery.
Southern Fried Homicide. Chef's kiss of the show.
That's what a chef.
Is that how chefs kiss?
Yeah.
There's a bite at the
A
end.
noodle. Yeah.
14?
Slurping.
14.
Enjoyed it.
Not only do you clock, waiting for a moment, keeping an eye out, you see there's particularly someone at one of the liar's dice table, which is a game that you instantly recognize as you see 5 6-sided die go into a cup and it's shaken, and then all of them slam it down and are kind of like blocking it with their hands and looking. You see one of them very seemingly subtle to himself. He kind of like looks in and checks his, and you watch as he just kind of with his thumb like tips one of his die over to another face before putting the cup back down. You also clock, looking up, 2 security guards that you didn't notice at first both instantly start moving. The only, rather, not the only people, 2 security guards, very discreetly dressed, very similar to the waiters. They kind of blend in to the area, but unlike the waiters, they are carrying a number of weapons. You see long swords and daggers on them, and they each take up positions where you can tell it would be much easier to look over that person's shoulder to see if they do it again.
I want to find a drink and be in close enough proximity to that table.
Yeah, a drink is brought to you.
Oh, neat. I don't even look at the person who gives me the drink. I just make
You're
my
on
way
your own
close
mission.
enough to the table.
Yeah, your drink, by the way, is in a similar kind of like wine glass style with the cloud as the base instead of there being glass at the bottom. However, yours has a silver rim and is filled with some sort of green drink that appears to have like a bubble floating in it that resembles a jellyfish.
Yo.
I didn't have a fucking jellyfish in it. This is racist.
And this close to fantasy Black History.
At the time, you were so happy. Look how things have changed.
I know.
Slams
Jellyfish
both
fucking
drinks
drinks.
Salty.
I'm not good at finding this particular thing.
No worries. While you're looking, we're going to pop back over to Rabbit.
It's a gamble.
As Aurora, you walk up. These are rolls that I'm going to make in the public eye.
Oh,
I don't know where this camera is.
Like
pointed
way
currently.
closer to the camera. Yeah. Probably the best bet.
All right. So basically, you guessed, or you placed your bet, which was 15 gold pieces on the number. Do you remember what number
12.
it was? Number 12. All right. Let's see how it goes. The shield begins to spin, and the die is dropped, spinning around and around and around. 7. But perhaps on another guess, as he doesn't actually use his arms. He's got like this little like
One of those
wooden, yeah, it's like a
thingies.
wooden rod with a thing on the end as he like scoops yours and several other people's coins in. No lucky winners today, but perhaps luck will be on your side.
I stuff my hand into my bag.
Get to play again.
I pull out like another handful, but this is platinum because it's all I have left.
Ooh, how much platinum are you putting down?
Like
It's like a
rabbit
4.
A rabbit handful would
5.
probably be like 6 platinum.
okay, I pull out 2, so I put 12.
Okay,
platinum down.
120 gold pieces on the table. And your bet? Which, keep in mind, you can either pick a number, or you can pick evens, or you can pick odds. The payout for evens or odds is just isn't as good.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter to me.
you're not.
17.
17. Let us see whose light the Lord of Luck shines on today. 12.
Oh, that was the last one.
Perhaps your luck is just a smidge off tonight, but nothing that can't be tried again.
I'm gonna walk up to Rabbit.
Their drinks are free here. They just hand them out, honestly. I went to go ask for directions, so I know where the bean is now if you've caught.
You guess a number, and if you're right, you get money.
Is it like a betting system? Do I put. I
Yes,
have
and
to
if
put
you're
up money
wrong,
first?
you lose money. You can guess a number, or you can guess evens or odds. If you guess the exact number on the dot, then you will receive triple the money that you put in. If you guess correctly on evens or odds, then you will receive the money that you put in, plus half of that money in addition.
Quick question. So,
Yes.
could I do both bets at the same time?
Bets are limited to one.
One call per. Okay. Just making sure.
All right. Are you feeling lucky?
You know what? No, but I'm gonna put down 3 platinum.
All right. 30 gold pieces down, and what is your bet?
Is it just like the numbers on the shield? That
Any number 1 through 20, or you may choose evens or odds. And looking, the table is set up this is very much roulette. There are rows of all of the 20 numbers, and then there's
Go
evens and odds at the
Into
top.
a casino? Do you know how quick I would lose everything I own? Cameron?
We'll find
You
out.
can't bring your house.
What could happen in 10 minutes?
I will trade my home. I go vicious in Pokemon Casino. Okay.
So
You
in
have
case
said
you are curious, if you do, as he's saying this to you, there's this guy who's like sweating next to you, half-elf man with red hair kind of pulled back. It was once pulled back into a tight bun, but is now kind of like frazzled and sticking out in places, sweating. And he's kind of like jiggling with things and like takes a dagger off of his belt and places it on odds.
Oh, you can give things.
Ah, yes, we also accept items of good condition or magical items, and
But what is the... So, okay, he put down a dagger. What is triple a dagger?
is it like
well,
3
let us
daggers?
see.
Or
And
is
he
it...
takes the dagger and kind of looks over it and reaches down into his pocket. You see there's like this little chain in his vest and pulls out a little monocle and looks through it at the dagger. Ah, good make. Common, but... Hang on.
Then he pulls out a laptop. And everyone's like, what the fuck?
This guy doesn't have to pull out a ledger because he's very good at his job.
He's so smart.
Common, I'd wager that this is a +1 dagger, probably worth about 100 gold pieces. So he would win back his dagger in addition to 50 gold pieces if the roll is even.
Red.
If he had placed it on a number, then he would receive the dagger plus 200 gold pieces.
You said he put it on odds.
He did put it on odds.
Yes.
Yes, thank you for reminding me. Make a note of that too.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out 3 platinum and put it on the table.
3 more?
Yeah.
Okay, you raise your bet to 60 gold pieces.
We're gonna. 11.
Number 11.
I pull out 6 platinum pieces. 12. I feel good about it.
The number 12. You put down 60 as well?
Yeah.
60 gold. All right. And as he places the monocle back into his pocket, he pulls out a small, not even like a dagger, but like a very small like letter opener kind of style thing. Takes the die that he's holding and scratches one of the faces of it and places it into a box that you can see has a number of others in it. Ceremonial changing of the die. It's customary every couple of games.
That's cocked.
Yeah, let me check. I think that is cocked. Yes. It keeps spinning and spinning, seemingly longer. You don't know if it's the tension of the roll. 18! Unfortunate. It would appear that we've made 120 gold and a +1 dagger this night. But perhaps these things could be won back. Are you feeling lucky?
Can I have just a small question. Can I just buy that dagger from you?
This dagger, well, it will be an item of this preciousness will be sent to Kettle Quill, and you could purchase it there on the morrow.
Okay.
It will most likely be for a marked up price. We do have to make a profit off of these.
You just got 120 free platinum
Rather,
pieces.
as
I understand.
the proprietor of Kettle Quill would need to make a profit. So we sell it to him for 100 gold pieces. He'd be reselling it for 150 most likely. Lovely chap, though. So, are we feeling lucky? Shall we go again?
We can still drink for free if you wanted to.
The guy with the dagger is like broken and begins walking away. Like muttering under his breath as he goes.
Does he look like really bummed out?
Make an insight check.
He just lost everything except his pants.
12.
12. You get the sense that wasn't the first like physical item that he lost tonight.
He got any like real loose pockets? Does his pockets look like someone could very easily slip their hand into?
On a 12, maybe.
Okay.
He'd probably feel it, but you don't know for sure.
I'm gonna stick my hand in my bag and pull out 10 platinum pieces.
I just. Yeah.
And fuck you. I would like to try to slip.
Yeah, reverse pickpocket. Go
Yeah.
ahead and roll a sleight of hand check.
Place pocket.
Okay.
You very like, he's already like 10 feet away, and you like reach in and like counting out the pieces, kind of like run up behind him and like just in place into his pockets. He's like, what the fuck are you? Did you just give me these?
The drinks are free.
And I'm gonna turn around and dash.
Luck is on my side tonight. He goes to a different.
That's what I was waiting for.
He goes to a different table and
I'm
places
fine
and
financially.
places all of the platinum pieces down.
I'm
hope he
just
wins.
I'm not gonna gamble, but until I'm told it's time to go, I'm just gonna follow that guy and see what he's up to.
Okay. Aurora, are you following as well? Or are you going to go back to this table?
I'm gonna make my way back to the front door. And just anytime I see
Cholula's there waiting.
I'm gonna take a drink. But I'm just gonna let Cholula know I found the bean. And I'm gonna vibe and see how long it takes for these two
Yeah.
to get back.
Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, as this will be your third drink. And
How do you let her know that you found?
You just look for a big bean. I think that all the buildings are thematic here. But I talked to a waiter and he said you just find a bean.
Worth noting, the bean is not the building; it's on a sign.
Oh.
There's a sign with the big bean shape on it.
But it's classic
No,
Aurora, though.
I retained
Super literal.
40 pieces of information. Wait, what was it? An insight check?
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's better. 21.
21, nice. Yeah, you're feeling buzzed, and you definitely get the allure of a place like this. You've probably never been to a casino before. You just started drinking again just now. It's been a minute since you've had a drink, but yeah, you definitely get it.
I get it.
The bright colors, the loud noises. You see, like every time somebody wins at a table, there are these like enchanted harps nearby that just begin playing themselves. It is a wondrous and magical atmosphere, and you're having a ball. Your third drink arrives by way of a waiter, similar in glass to the first, gold rim atop a cloud, but this one also has a little cloud above it that's kind of like dark and stormy, and it begins raining into blue liquid that becomes green, and then the cloud dissipates, and your drink is ready.
It's called the Dark and Stormy.
Yep.
A fantasy dark and stormy.
Where it actually is.
All of the drinks are free here, and they're also on a theme. My first one, it was on a cloud, and then I gave Rabbit one, and it was also on a cloud. But I have only been drinking, and I gambled at a table once, but that was it. I really love this place so much. I'm gonna come back here forever.
All right, so Rabbit, since you're...
Did you tell her the thing you went over there to tell her?
Yeah,
Okay,
about the bean.
okay.
Yeah, that's the dry bean.
A lot happened.
But I am now tipsy, so I'm gonna explain how much I am having a great time.
So, Rabbit, you're following around this half-elven gentleman.
Yeah.
He instantly goes to a different table of the Fairfather's shield and places all 10 platinum. I'm going to roll to see what he puts it on.
Sick.
All of it on 15.
Great.
So likely you're about to roll that again.
He's feeling
There's no way.
lucky.
You would think you'd learn too, also. Like, let's call odds, my dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is visible. That's cocked. It continues spinning longer than usual. Why?
He really wants the 15.
19. He loses it all again. This time he falls to his knees. With his head in his hands. At about the same time, on the other side, the liar's dice section, they go through, a couple of people fold, and the die are rolled again.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of like grab my shoulder and whisper over my shoulder.
Mhm.
I'm gonna send my shadow out into his shadow to move the dice, whether he moves them or not.
Oh, interesting. Make a stealth check.
This would be the mage.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Creature. $17.
17, not bad.
What would security be like in a world where people are magic sometimes?
Very perceptive. So
He's gotta have true sight laying around.
you watch as he once again lifts up to check his dice. There's the flip of the thumb, followed immediately by your shadow flipping it again. He doesn't seem to notice as he closes it again and begins making his bets. However, as he does, one of the two security walks around to the other side of the table to the dealer and kind of leans in and is whispering in his ear as the other one approaches. And you're close enough to be within earshot. He just kind of steps up next to the man and looks down. The guy kind of like looks up nervously. "Excuse me, sir. May we have a word?" "What about? Kind of in the middle of something." "Yes, we can see that, but we'd like to have a word. Please come with me." The guy's like, "I'm in the middle of a game." He grabs him by the arm and lifts him. The other guard comes around, grabs the other arm, and they begin escorting him through a door on the backside of the building.
Oh, no. You can, like, press charges, you can file.
However, they don't seem to have noticed your shadow stretch across the floor and do its thing. No one approaches you.
Thanks, cloud cover.
I'm gonna sit in a spot.
All right, you sit down. The game is kind of like restarted at this point.
Oh, fuck my ass. Jesus.
What happened?
There's like metal sticking out of this chair and I just towed it really hard.
All right.
Ow.
For the sake of
She's
this, if you guys wouldn't mind sitting in for the other players at the table,
Sure.
Sure, I'll do it.
I'll be one as well.
How many sixes?
5d6. Are any of you unfamiliar with liar's dice? Doesn't matter, I'm going to tell you anyway.
Blackjack.
For our viewers at home, no. So, 5d6, you roll them and keep your roll a secret. I would recommend probably using your tray as like a cover.
I'm just gonna like do one of these.
Okay. So, you roll your dice, keep your roll hidden from the prying eyes of your fellow travelers, and this is where it gets interesting. Each turn, a player gets to bid on a face value and the number equal and the number equal to the number of dice showing that face value on the whole table.
Okay.
So like if you roll and you look and you've got 2 1s, then a safe bet to start out would be 2 1s because you know that there are at least 2 1s at the table. The next person can either call you on what you said and everyone checks their dice. Or you can make an even higher bid. If you want to raise a bid, you should go higher in terms of dice quantity or face value. But you can't go down. So if somebody says 2 1s, then you could be like, well, I think there's 2 2s, or I think there's 2 4s, or I think there's 4 1s. So yeah, you should go higher in terms of dice value. So once a bid is challenged, all dice are revealed. The winning condition is sorted out by whoever guessed correctly. If the bid is true, the bidder wins. But if the bid is false, then the challenger wins, and the bidder is eliminated. Also worth noting, there is a 10 gold buy-in at this table.
I'll put down one of my platinum.
All right, you place down a platinum coin.
How is this going to work? If I...
It's not?
What?
What?
If I wanted to use my little mage hand friend and I'm...
Oh,
playing
then
with
you'd be
these
rolling
people-
stealth checks.
Okay.
And if you roll successfully, then I will allow you to change a number of your dice depending on how well you roll.
Okay.
So to be clear, we're trying to figure out how many of the number are all over the table?
Yes.
Okay.
Across all the dice.
Great.
not just ours.
Sick.
All right, so everyone roll. The bets do go, for us, it'll go counterclockwise, and I will start as the man sitting to your left, Silas, kind of looks up. Did you want to attempt to use your shadow on this roll?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead and roll a stealth check. Nice. On an 18, I will allow you to change 2 of your die. You can move them each in one direction.
Okay.
All right. The guy going first looks down. 2 4s. It comes to Silas. You can challenge or raise.
How many 4s?
2.
Three 4s.
Does it have to be the same value?
You can. It has to be at least 3 of something, but you can go past 4 if you'd like.
Okay. 4 5s.
That brings us to Miranda.
Call that last one.
All right, challenge has been made. Show your dice. We're on 5s. I've got 1 5.
I have 2 5s.
I have 3 5s.
1 5.
I do not have any 5s.
So that is 7 total 5s, still within the realm of possibilities. The pot of, there's 5 of us, of 50 gold to Miss...
Fieri. Sorry.
For some reason, my brain went Rackspert.
Steam trestle.
Steam Trestle. All right. Congratulations on your win, Miss Steam Trestle. Would anyone like to buy in for another round?
Yeah, I'll do one.
Yeah. All right. And this guy who's like, it's worth noting at the Liar's Dice table, the attendants aren't participating in the game. Like I'm not playing as the attendant currently. I'm playing
Yeah.
as some dude at the table. The attendants are more just kind of monitoring and keeping eyes out for any potential cheating. The attendant is like, with the same players playing another match, would we like to up the stakes?
Yeah!
Sure.
Shall we make it?
It's like chain smoking with like their own ashtray.
Are you not related? This doesn't seem fair.
What did I say the name was?
We're both
I don't even remember. It's like
Steam Trestle.
steam trestle.
Steam Trestle.
You both steam trestles.
the steam trestles.
All right, I'm in for 30.
I'll do it.
All right, everybody puts in 30 gold. Roll your dice. This time, it will start with Taylor. With Silas, I should say.
I'm Silas.
You can make a stealth check if you'd like to cheat.
Yeah, to the person that goes next, when they cover their dice, after my turn, could I have my Shadow Dude flick all their dice to change their numbers?
Yeah.
All of them? So blind
Or
roll
just
and
whatever
hand.
whatever
on.
can be flicked.
Let's wait and see if you notice this. Stealth check first.
That's a natural 20.
What?
So, yeah, Kitty, if you just want to do a blind roll that you can't actually see. And Silas.
2 2s. 2
4 3s.
bullshit.
That's so great.
I mean, it's not your turn to call, but
I'll go 3 5s.
3 5s.
6 5s.
I'll challenge that.
Okay.
All right, everyone, lift your covers. I have 1 5.
I also have 1 5.
I have 1 5.
I have 3 5s.
Do I notice that my dice are not what they were when I looked at them?
Make a quick history check with no addition. Just roll a d20. I'm going to say it's a 15.
17.
17?
What the fuck?
Somebody.
These dice are changed. Someone's doing magic in here.
I can't wait for your campaign 2 character. I'm so sad you pulled him out this quick.
I want a party of these people.
Oh, it turns out Cholula just left. That's crazy. She's gone. No one can find her ever at all. What's her
Miss
name?
Stream please come with us. Help us find our friend. You got a keen eye.
You smell like vinegar. That's crazy.
I do pick clean in my off time.
I assure you, miss, I have been keeping eyes. The entire round, there was no funny business at this table, I can assure you.
Maybe not that you've seen, but there were 2 3s here.
Well, in either case, we're counting 5s. The bet was for
6 5s.
6
I didn't
5s.
have any 5s.
I presume there are precisely 6 5s. The winner of the bid being the other Miss Steam Trestle.
This whole campaign.
Come on, I'll buy you a sandwich.
150 gold to Miss Steam Trestle the second.
Just afford a sandwich.
I thought you could just
Shall we play again? Let's raise the stakes, eh? 50 gold. He puts in 50.
I can handle it.
Fine.
I'll be in for one more.
If you think somebody's cheating, maybe keep your own eyes out, eh?
Watch your tongue, young sir.
How old is Miss Steam Trestle?
I have no idea.
I'm assuming this character is this character's mom or grandma.
No, we're sisters. We workshopped it in our minds with our eyes.
We used to be dead.
Well, Miss Steam Trestle, you're the
You
first.
look great.
You're the
Have to be
first
one of those
bid.
people that says that kind of shit when you first meet someone.
Pleasure to meet you. I used to be dead.
What?
Miss Steam Trestle, you're up first. Silas, are you trying to cheat at all this
Yeah.
round?
That'll be on my own.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay.
everyone, now that it's been brought up, can roll a d20. I'm going to say you each get +2 to this roll, because you know your way around casinos.
Let's do 20. 18.
21. 14 plus 7.
6.
All right.
Oh, this character.
On a 21, I will allow you to change 3 of your die by one side. All right, Miss Steam Trestle, you're up first.
Three threes.
Oh god. 5 fools.
Can I go up or can I go down in the face if I go up in the...
You can't go down in any regard.
What was the last number?
You can call it even.
Yeah! I don't have a lot to work.
Which one? 5 4s was your guess?
Yeah. That or 4 4s. I don't remember. That was.
I think it was 5 because it shorted out my brain.
I don't remember. 5 or 4.
5 4s.
5 4s. That was too long ago.
6 4s.
7 ones.
You can't go down in face number.
That's too bad.
In face number? Mm-hmm. I thought you meant just in how many you think there are.
No, neither number can go down. It's collectively building until someone calls.
I feel like I have a completely different idea of this game.
I'm just going based off of the rules that I have in front of me. Your bid.
Bullshit.
All right. I've got 1 4.
I've got 2.
I've got 1 4.
Got 0 4s.
I've got 0 fools.
Fuck. All right, in that case, the pot to a Mr.
Bramble.
Mr. Bramble. Congratulations.
Bramble.
Congratulations on your 250. Congratulations to Mr. Silas Bramble on your 250 gold win. We'll be playing another round, gentlemen.
I think.
This guy's like, table spin anyway. Gets up and walks away.
I think I'm about done as well. Table's thinning out. So leave while you're on top, huh? Sisters?
All right. As Silas walks away and we say farewell to the steam trestles.
They'll be back. They always come back.
200 followers.
Sexy steam trestles.
Steamy trestles.
Oh, one of them. Not an arm. I want this, like, death becomes her style. Like,
Yeah.
pitchfork to the stomach.
Yeah.
One's
Cigarette.
missing an arm.
Cigarette coming out of the
There
throat.
are actually, the good news is there's actually 5 sisters that
Oh, wow.
haven't been represented here. So there's one for all of us to drop.
Yep.
Very bad.
It's canon. All right. You all return and make your way back to Cholula at the front door.
That sucked.
I heard where the bean is.
That's good. I'm going to give whatever 250 because I'm only supposed to have 30 platinum, right? Yeah, I think that's how it was. You gave me 30 platinum?
I gave you whatever would fit in the bag that I had, so if you have
Yeah,
your
it
own
was-
little money
It was
pouch.
30 platinum.
Yeah, I'm going to give her everything that isn't 30 platinum. What?
So you can add 20. Well,
22.
how much did you put in
I bought
total?
1 game and then 1 game raised.
It was
and then
10, and then
The final game.
10, and then 30, and then 50. So 90 went in.
And then
And-
I got 250.
Yeah. So that would be 9 platinum, and then you got 25 back. So
25.
Math.
so you have 15. total.
I need a piece of
God.
It's a lot easier this way.
Yeah.
You guys go about the game. I'll figure it out.
Silas pays Cholula back for the money that he can't physically carry.
We need to get you a bag. I was having trouble going back to the voice after doing the other one.
Really
We
just-
need to get you a bag.
You never been shopping before. Is everyone quite done?
Was that like just 10 minutes or over 10 minutes? How did we do on time? I feel
Right about
like-
at.
You did fine.
Great. Thank you. I did forget what it was that we were looking for.
That's
It's
a rope to
okay.
take care of it.
Thank
No worries.
And you found time for fun. Very efficient. So
Yeah.
where were we going?
I can help us find the bean now if we're looking for a place to sleep, or we can try to climb the big place. But I don't know if I can keep down all of my rations with the climb now.
16 points.
So if someone can carry me up the climb, I can handle that.
I'd
and
like-
I won't vomit. But like I shouldn't climb them myself. I can take point to help point to the bean.
Let's just go to the bean, right?
You guys okay with the bean?
There's probably like food.
I don't want to vomit
There.
on the way up to the hummingbird. I think it would be too high, and I'm a little too not okay for that.
All right. Having been given express directions now, you all make your way a couple blocks down and 1 block to the east.
Is there an alley behind the Nimbus?
Yeah.
Is there a person in the alley behind the Nimbus?
Make a perception check. You would have to go around because it's not really on the way. But if you'd like to check it out.
Just a second, and it's not crazy Silas. Then I'm just going to turn around. Crazy Silas shenanigans.
Can I come?
Sure. I mean,
I
yeah.
follow.
All right.
That's a nat 1.
Natural 1. As you're saying this, you turn around and instantly bump into a figure coming around from the side of the building who kind of like shoulder checks you. You see the same man, a little bit shorter than you are, but scrappy looking water genasi who's a little bruised, still a little bit of blood from a fresh wound on the lip, and the eyes a bit swollen, kind of like straightens his shirt. Fuck are you looking at? Continues on his way.
Do you want? Should we hit him?
No, I just wanted to see something. I think we're good.
Is there something specific about this man?
Make an
I'll
insight
tell you
check.
on the walk.
I'm inciting violence. 21.
He looks disheveled and like he just got the shit beat out of him.
Okay, but there's nothing special. All right.
No, just a genasi dude, water genasi who got beat up.
Just a little guy.
Where's the little guy?
He was caught cheating. We're walking and talking,
Oh,
right? We're
yes.
doing the West
Alright.
Wing thing that we always talk
Oh.
about. The Mist Wing. He was cheating, and I was kind of using him to see how cheating went on that table, and I don't know if I made it worse for him or not, but he's kind of a turd, so fuck him.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we could have.
No, it was just, if he was seemingly a better person, I would have maybe tried to pay him back for.
Oh, but then you would have
Using
had to tell him that
No.
you did that because it would have been weird for you to just hand somebody.
This is a nice shirt. I could just be a nice
no.
nobleman of
You
sorts.
can just hand people money here. I definitely handed a guy some money. The guy
You
that
just
we
hand people money around.
that we were playing with the cups. And do you want money?
Are you giving out money?
Yeah, I'm still tipsy. So
Some-
yeah, how much money do you want?
Some would be.
How much is an Aurora handful of platinum, do you feel?
Probably a little bit smaller than Rabbit's hand, so probably like 5 platinum.
Okay.
That doesn't feel like enough. So here's this. You have to
You
make
had
sure
50
that we
platinum
get,
to your inventory.
you gotta
You
make
mean-
sure
you
that
mean
we get
50
to
gold?
the bean.
Was it gold or
No,
platinum?
It was platinum.
Yeah, 50 platinum, 500 gold.
Fit in her hand?
She gave you 2 handfuls.
Yeah.
You said that was,
It was
5.
5.
So
5 oh, so it would be 10.
Yeah.
Right, so 100 gold. Sorry.
No worries.
My numbers got all
Like,
mixed
how
up.
did I just get?
I was like, no, platinum is 10 gold, so 500.
ADHD tag. We went to a casino tonight.
In a game.
We don't know how to do math.
Hey, it went better than the last time I tried to run a casino, so I'm calling it a win.
We didn't get arrested.
I had to learn how gambling works. All right. After a brief bit of travel,
Rip it and rip it, please.
Okay.
I did.
you all arrive at a charming little inn and pub with a dark wood interior. The sign out front is unmistakable. Depicts just a big bean shape. I don't know why that's so funny to all of you.
It's a clitoris. It's a giant. It's a clitoris in the sky. I mean, have you not been making a dry clitoris? I thought we were making a dry.
Just wait till you hear this next part. Stepping in, you see a number of tables with
What was the door situation like, Cameron? You have to tell me.
the door, double doors, obviously.
Okay, cool.
And there's curtains as you come through as well. As you step inside, they're kind of like a burlap, so
It hurts my forearms.
Then you didn't do enough in the beginning. You missteps.
you see a number of dark wooden tables in the dark interior. Lovely smell of
We can't.
fish,
We can't.
seafood. No, it's actually like a nothing I can say. It's gonna be good anymore.
There's nothing now.
It smells like cooked meats inside. You know what?
I thought it was a bit.
No,
Standing, it is now.
Yeah.
Standing behind the counter, you see a woman with golden hair that looks as though it were just like streaming sand dripping from an hourglass, running down to the shoulders where it piles and then seemingly kind of vanishes. She wears a dry and cracked leather vest over a white blouse and plain brown trousers. Every table, as you step in, which it is kind of like sit where you will situation. You guys grab a table. Every table has a bowl of salted and dried edamame within it, depicting the edamame being on the sign outside,
Right.
physically on the table.
Edamame bean is the most.
Looking over the menu, it's mostly slow-cooked and smoked meats, all with dry rubs. And there's a little quote at the bottom. No, sorry, there's not a quote at the bottom. Just a nice menu of various like slow-cooked meats and barbecues with dry rubs, and a couple of like smoked veggies as well as sides. The Sanjanasi woman walks over to your table. Can I get anything for you?
Yes.
Wonderful. What
What are
will
the
you be
different
having?
meats available?
There are pork. We also have beef ribs and a couple of fillet steaks.
You do
Pork shoulder, pork belly, which we will be fried.
Some of that, please.
Fried pork belly. It is communal if you would like to share. Large portions for many servers.
Oh, I'll have pork belly too, so we can share.
Wonderful. Fried pork belly for the table. Anything else I can get for you?
Do you have coffee?
We do, yes.
I would love a cup.
Wonderful. Cream and sugar?
Yes, please.
Do you have champagne?
We do not.
Figured the dry and all. Rooms.
We have a
is that
couple of ciders if you prefer
Oh,
a cider.
Yes, please.
Sure, yeah, that sounds good actually.
Right.
The rooms, I think we had heard there were rooms.
Yes, yes. It is 5 silver per night. How long will you be staying with us? All one room? 2 beds?
No?
I think it's just the one night, right?
Yeah, one night.
think
Let's
so.
go with
2.
2 rooms.
2 rooms comes out to 1 gold piece.
I
Okay.
can get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And your keys? Like, you see there's like rows of keys along the belt as she plucks a couple of off and hands to each of you.
How much for all the food?
For the fried pork belly, in addition to 2 ciders, was that all we were going to order for everyone?
I
And
think.
coffee.
And the coffee.
Right.
All of that will come out to 1 gold and 5 silver.
Okay. Can you take these and I just put a platinum down?
I can make a change, yes.
Okay.
I'll be right back with your order and your change.
Thank
Does this seem like a tipping city? I know some cities are odd about tipping. They pay their wages enough, and they don't really announce it unless you do it. But
Do I see anyone in the beam
Is
that's
there
like
a
about to
sign?
leave?
I would say that you are all aware that it is customary to tip across Mistinor.
Sick.
Okay.
'Cause, like, we've been doing it so far.
Japan doesn't have tipping.
This is when he described Mossendell to me. I was like, this is most similar to Japan.
Kind of, yeah. And you found the driest spot in all of Mossendell, within a marsh. Something's got to soak up all the moisture.
No, I think
1 gold and 5 silver from a platinum piece. She brings you 8 gold and 5 silver as your change. And a perfectly fried and kind of like checkered pork belly that is still all connected at the base, but the skin has been sliced. And it is nice and crispy, and yet fatty enough that you can just kind of like grab a square and pull it off.
Yes, I do so.
You do so. You get your dry ciders as well, and a cup of coffee. Did you take sugar and cream? It doesn't matter. But you did, and it comes very well put together. You get a hint of kind of like spices, like cinnamon, in it as well. It's a very nice cup of coffee.
So this is
Dip the pork in it.
this is like a place you retire to, right? This is incredible. I know it's not what any of you youngsters are thinking, but this is a wonderful little town. Are we still headed to kill your parents or whatever the plan was?
I don't know if
I
it
think-
was explicitly kill her parents.
Oh,
It was an attempt at saving first.
something along those lines. We're doing that, and then the pines.
Yeah.
And then
Yes, but in this town, I think we were gonna try to re-up on our potions if we could find a good shop and.
I kind of need a switch of clothes, unfortunately, with the sun and all.
no, for sure. I
So-
wouldn't mind a bit
I
myself.
think the plan was really to just nap through most of the day, head back out at later evening. That way we can re-up and grab some things.
Of course. Maybe we can go umbrella shopping together.
I don't know if I can kill a big frog behemoth yet. I mean,
I think there might have been just one very specific location that required a frog hemoth to make an umbrella. I think about it every day, honestly. Every time I light a candle.
It just seems, I think if I was shopping for like a shirt and somebody was like, yeah, you're gonna have to bring me like 10 dead mummies,
Cool.
I'd be a little upset and
be
confused. I'd
neat.
think about it a lot.
No shirt for me then. That's pretty much what I said. Like, cool, no umbrella. Unless I'm maybe set upon by some frog hemoths and I have to defend myself.
And then you take the skin.
And then I take the skin, but I'm not
As a
going out and
bonus.
seeking out something called a frog hemoth.
No, that's
This is very good.
We
Fine.
could try to make an umbrella out of duck feathers. They repel water if you get them together tight enough. Oh, a baby cat.
and they're fun colors. Why everywhere we go there's a cat in the building. It seems unsanitary in a restaurant.
Oh, I don't mind. She's so small.
She is pretty small.
Looks kind of like a shit. You don't live with her. It's the worst. Nope, she's not in my room. I was gonna try to get maybe a run of maybe if it doesn't seem like the tree has affected this part of the world, right?
No, but it has to have affected something, right?
Right, it was huge. We
See-
all stopped feeling, I guess, pressure after we would cast. Cost.
And, you know, it was a giant glowing tree in the place where magic was born. It just seems strange that it wouldn't do
Right.
anything.
I think I'd be hearing it, like, everywhere we went. Oh, what happened to the tree? Did you notice it's gone? Look, I can't do this now.
I wonder what that means for the college.
more research.
Well, I mean, they had a lot of their classes held inside of different dimensions because they couldn't be practicing their spells out in the world. So maybe they could, have more locations.
But Valdwin's dimensional. His room, his office, was still present, so magic hasn't just dissolved out of the world.
No. But
The repercussions for using magic has.
Maybe, at least where we were.
I wonder if anything's changed noticeably that maybe the people who are here that, do the same things every day would notice.
We could ask the owner proprietor lady when she comes back around.
Yeah, they always do that little check, have. Like,
Yeah,
take a
it's
couple
usually
bites.
everybody put food in your mouth. That's right when they get
Yeah.
there, is when you're chewing.
All right, on 3.
Oh, right. I'll take a drink so I can ask the question.
Oh, yeah.
How are we finding everything?
Good.
I hope.
What was your name again?
Oh, hang on. Fuck. I was doing something else. Dry bean. Here we are. I'm Strand.
Hello. We are the Mistwalkers, and we were wondering if you're aware of Chandragora in these parts. A glowing tree out on the lake.
Yes. Most of us in Mossendell are aware of the primordial. Yes.
Have you noticed anything different in the past couple of days? Day?
Oh, you're referring to the great life tree of Rovengul?
Yes.
I personally have not noticed anything. I do not. It's not visible from Mossendell. I do not leave the city very often.
But you haven't felt any different or anything?
No.
Okay.
You said primordial.
Yes.
What, can you explain further on that?
I guess one of the primordial gods. There were. I do not remember all of their names, but Chandragora was the goddess of nature, and there was also a god of fire, water, air, and earth. The primordial gods, they were said to live in tandem with the prime deities that we all know and worship today. And then there was the severance many years ago. I believe 892 years ago, we came out of the Age of Absence now, which is, the time from when we start counting time again. Something happened during the Severance and the Age of Absence, and when we come back, primordials are no longer with us.
So,
And some of the, original deities as well. Prime deities are still worshipped, but they are no longer here with us on this plane.
so the
My understanding.
tree, it was named after the primordial?
Sure. I've never heard of the great life tree of Rovengul being referred to as Chandragora before. That is a little strange. But there are legends that perhaps on the other side of the world, Chandragora, primordial goddess of nature and particularly growth, always depicted as a partial toad humanoid carrying a staff with branches on either side of the staff, like it is a two living trees fused. There are some that speculate perhaps on the other side of the world from the great life tree is another great life tree. Maybe this is the staff or something, but just, legends and stuff of myths.
Mm-hmm. Do you, just out of curiosity, are you do you magic?
Only that which is innate to my people.
Great. Do you know anybody who does a little?
There is perhaps Theron Kettle?
Tavern.
Yes. Theron Kettle, the proprietor of the Kettle and Quill, a little magic shop down the road from here.
We needed to stop by there anyway, right?
And have you seen him lately?
Not today. I saw him maybe 3 days ago. I had to buy a potion because someone knifed me.
Oh, well, that's not net. Who was it?
Oh, there was a small incident. A group of Silver Stake broke into the city. It was before the forests were raised again in protection of Mossendell. Silver Stake came in claiming Genasi are the children of genies and are, reliant on the magics and whatever, holy war. Some guy ran at me screaming with a pale mask and a knife, and he stabbed me, and I break his neck.
Good.
But still, bleeding wound, so I had to buy a potion because it did not stop.
Sometimes you have to break a neck.
Right, it happens. We live in a dangerous world. But since the forest has been raised around Mossendell, no more Silver Stake entering.
And
Well,
but like 3 days ago, he seemed good, fine, healthy,
Yes, he was.
making magic.
He was very chipper and nice.
Great.
Yeah,
Does he live in the city? by
he does.
chance?
Yes,
Do you know where?
I believe he resides within his place of business, above it, to be specific.
Just in case if we go tomorrow, or we've got a couple of potions we've got to pick up, just in case he's
I
not
see.
in the store.
Well, if
But-
you are seeking good favor, he is open every day, as far as I know, unless there are extenuating circumstances, there will be a post. But if you are looking to get in his good graces, he is Harshan, so I would suggest bringing some sort of gift, and you will be instantly in his good graces.
What?
what kind of gifts are
What is
traditional?
like a good gift?
Well, he's a purveyor of magic items, so if it is something he can sell in his shop, then all the better. But really, anything that is meaningful to you would be good. Again, not a requirement of his business. He will sell to anyone, but he might be more favorable prices if you are to, respect his culture a bit.
That's good to know. I think keeping the change could be something for that kind of information, right? At least the silver pieces for the information our good friend has
I
given.
slide over another platinum piece, staring at Silas the whole time, like, what?
She very kindly takes the platinum piece and kind of bows to you. Thank you for your patronage. It is very much appreciated. Can I get you anything else to eat? Another round of drinks on me?
Yeah, sure.
Another coffee or cider?
I'll take a cider.
All right, 4 ciders it is. And with that, Strand goes back behind the bar, pours 4 ciders, and brings one to each of you.
Alrighty, so tomorrow we go see the Mr. Kettleman. In the meantime, who's bunking with who tonight?
Oh, it doesn't matter to me.
I don't really care. I was gonna be a little bit honest. It's getting close to my week for feeding, so I was probably gonna slip back up. No, it's actually better if we don't amongst friends. You'll be exhausted.
We could ask Strand if there's maybe live game before they process it for cooking.
That could work.
They might have chickens henned up somewhere.
Yeah. If not, I was just actually gonna swing back to the casino and make some on my throwall, and then. Well, it's not that simple, but I have.
We can't get arrested.
I have a spell that.
We
can
really
make
can't
them-
get arrested.
No, it's not like a. It's more complicated. I just mean if there's no game, then that works.
Yeah,
I
let's
have a backup plan.
check on the game.
Yes.
It's okay. You guys should.
Do you get to keep a thrall forever?
Well, no, it's just it's more like a spell, and it's just for 30 days. But technically, I could.
But you get a friend for 30 days.
Yeah, they'll basically just do what I need them to do. So I was only just gonna be like, hey, can I drink from you, and then cast a spell, and then they're pretty chill with it, and it just makes them exhausted. So I figured, a couple days worth of sleep, and they're back to normal. They'll just feel a little groggy.
Well, if you do that, you should use the hat so that you won't be recognizable when they are no longer under the spell. But I'm sure we could find, a deer or something.
I'll check the kitchen. You guys stay calm.
And I will head to the lady we just talked to, who was and just sort of put down another 2 platinum.
Hey, so I was just wondering if maybe you had like a live chicken or maybe like any live game.
For 2 platinum, I will give you pig.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Fuck cops. I'm
Do you,
sorry.
do you like need it? Do you need it back or anything? I don't know if it's like technically safe. I'm pretty
You
sure.
have purchased it for
yeah.
20 gold pieces. It is yours.
So I'm gonna. Can I bring you back its carcass? Because I'm not gonna know what to do with it, and it feels very weird for it to go to waste. Is it okay if I just bring it back and you maybe like just like serve it or something?
Just fine.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, good.
If I might ask, what condition will its carcass be in?
Oh, just do you like sanguinated?
It'll be dried.
Yeah.
Make this with advantage.
Unsaying.
There's gonna be no saying in that bitch.
Dry.
Dry. That's exactly the way
That
they
one
want
is
it.
cocked. Yeah, I'm looking at 2 numbers right now.
That's a multi-sided dice. It'd be weird if you can only see one.
Well, it was like on the top.
9.
Wow.
With advantage.
It's 5 and 7, Cameron. What do you?
I do not need its body back.
Okay, that's fair.
It's nothing personal.
No.
You have paid me well for it. But also, I mean, having to clean out the body that I don't know where it came. I didn't even have to know it was
No,
going to die.
like food safety. That's fair. Okay. Thanks. Where do you think I could get Pig Boy? I should name it.
I can bring it around the front for you. I'm not going to bring it to the front of house.
Oh no, that would be weird. Honestly, just like
Perhaps in the morning when you're on your way, or do you need it tonight?
tonight would be best.
It will be waiting for you in your room.
Thanks. I know this was very weird. And I'm gonna put 5 more platinum down on the table. Thanks. No, it's very. Listen,
Weird is fun.
you're bringing it to my room, and that's weird.
Yeah. If you treat Mr. Kettle like this, there are going to be no problems for you. Okay.
Okay, that's fair. Thanks. Oh.
And I'm just gonna turn on my heels, and walk swiftly back to the table.
How'd it go?
There's gonna be a pig brought to my room.
How?
that's
So
A pig brought to your room.
whoever-
I can make rooms quiet. You said a pig.
Yeah.
Pigs
Can I
don't-
be in the room with the pig?
Pigs don't like to be killed.
What do you mean they don't like it?
They're rather
Could you cast a spell on the pig
They-
so that it doesn't
Yes.
squeal?
they rather protest being murdered.
Well, everybody knows a pig is going up there.
Well,
They know it's not coming down with any blood.
What are you
So-
gonna do with it after?
Oh, honestly, well,
jerky.
well, no, I mean, well, you guys, I only need like a couple hours of sleep and stuff now, so I imagine that, while you guys were sleeping, I could just go take it, maybe to like the edge of town and bury it.
Or we could get a lot of salt and we could cure it and have
It's already dehydrated.
food for everyone.
That would make me feel a lot better. I would kind of feel bad about just throwing a whole pig away. I just took the blood. It doesn't really. The rest of it's fine. And I can like make sure I like brush my teeth and everything. And I like gargle. So I was.
Always a good habit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like.
Or we can just cut off the part where you put your little mouth on.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm gonna walk over to Strand.
Hello.
Pants
we're
falling
asking
down from the money.
strange questions. I am a cook, and I was wondering where I could procure a large amount of salt in this town.
I mean, you'll come to the right place.
Oh, from you?
Well, yes, there's a reason everything here is very dry. As a San Genasi who lives in a marsh, I'm very outside of my comfort zone. Everything is very wet here. It makes my hair very heavy. I don't like that. So, I combat with traditional cuisine from my homeland, from the dunes, and yes, everything must be dry. Very dry. Because it is so wet here.
It really is.
So yes, I have lots of salt.
One
How much are you looking for?
enough to cure the meat of one pig.
One entire pig? I don't know why I even asked.
I think I might know the pig.
Your friend has paid me more than enough. I will have a sack of salt, enough for the size of pig,
Oh.
waiting in the room.
You're
Do
very
you have a large bag that perhaps when deconstructed a whole pig could go into?
Silas is canon laughing uproariously.
Perhaps you can use sack that salt comes in.
That would be great, thank you.
Yes. It has been a while since we have had some adventurers in here, and this is a good time.
good. I'm glad you enjoy it.
And may you never forget the night the Mistwalkers came into this dry place that makes my lips hurt.
And I never will.
Drink your cider. We'll make it
I
better.
will also have another cider, thank you very much.
Me too.
Wonderful. And yeah, she brings you each
So,
drink.
a lot of ciders here. He mentioned, they mentioned, sorry, a tree. Another
It is she. I'm a lady.
Another tree. There's another tree.
There's
Yes.
another tree.
So, do you think that one is also dead?
Or threatened?
Or is the tree dead, or is it just no longer full of
Living?
life?
Dormant, perhaps. Maybe a season changed while we were in there, and it went dormant.
Did the tree seem like the tree was also charred?
It was
Correct.
absolutely, definitely a dead tree.
No, I think it's okay. I think it's fine.
But if there's another one that it's, on the opposite side, does anyone have a map, like a whole map?
Of the world.
Hell no.
I don't have one of the world, but I have one Rovencool and the continent we're on right now.
At this point, you guys are the only party within the restaurant. And Strand speaks up again. Forgive me for over-listening, but if it is a world map you're looking for, you can try the Needy Shawl. It is our local general store.
Oh,
No, thank you.
the needy
Again.
shawl.
Yes, they carry all sorts of things from umbrellas to ropes to ball bearings.
You started with the right thing, believe it or not. Of all the random...
Keeps you, hey,
Inconvenient item.
whatever keeps you dry, right?
Whatever keeps you dry, I love this one.
In full transparency, before you lot showed up, I'd never really considered anywhere beyond Mistinor that there could be another side of the world. Obviously, there's another side of the world. It just didn't matter to me until right now when we're talking about a big tree that might be dead on it.
You know, things don't usually call things the life tree flippantly, right? It's not a cavalier statement you put on things.
Maybe the other
like,
one's
this
a
is my
death tree.
This is my life pocket. Like that sounds odd, but like a tree that
Unless
gives life.
Maybe it's the pocket that you keep your potions in. That could be your life pocket.
Could you resurrect a tree? Aren't there plant people, right? I've heard of plant people.
We've
People
seen,
who raise plants, people made of
we've
plants.
seen people made of plants since
People
we've been
that do plant magic.
Oh, I've never seen that personally. No. Well, no.
I don't
You
know any personally.
have all seen that recently.
I've seen plant.
When you were outside of Willisden, there was a group of druidic folks that you ran into that ended up being werewolves.
They're dead.
You did see them do some plant magic to move vines as they re-entered the forest.
Anyone
We'll
can
have to
move
find
vines.
different ones.
Move vines.
I mean, to do any magic on a giant tree would probably take more than one person, right?
Likely. Maybe there's a whole sect of plant magic people that would just love to see the tree up close and maybe bring it back to life and maybe return the primordial presence to it.
Equally important, we don't actually know what the death of the tree did to anything. Everybody still seems to be able to use magic. People made of magic still walking and talking.
Right, but what about...
It just seems to maybe Mr. Nor is just now as boring as the rest of the places that we've seen.
It's so boring out there.
What But if it's both trees that die, right?
But we still don't... I'm just saying we should get to the bottom of maybe what
Right, of course.
occurred.
I mean, we can't cross the continent right now.
But maybe this Kettle Man, he's a magic guy. He might have some answers, and he lives here, near where the life tree was. So maybe he knows something that we don't.
Right, it's just
What do you think
struck me.
the ignition was supposed to do?
I think it was supposed to generate enough energy to power that portal so that the hags could
Yeah, she
command.
talked about an army and whatnot, but do you think it would have still... I mean, they had that circle there where everything was incinerated. So the tree likely all along was going to have this happen to it, correct?
In theory.
I feel like all of those things were sacrifices for the ignition, right? That was meant to... Anything within the circle was meant to
It
power
was-
whatever was supposed to
But was
come
the
out.
ignition meant to kill magic? Because that's what the stake hates so much.
I think that was all
And
a,
maybe
a-
redirect it to the hag.
I think it was all a ruse by the hag to hate magic in the first place. The hags can't do anything if they don't have magic, so they wouldn't want to harm it in any way, shape, or form.
There's a lot of hypocritical behavior going on, the scientists and all, and those that were in the know.
It
Didn't
would
seem
help
to be
us
sincere.
as
hatred.
we're along our way to see what remaining members of the stake are currently up to and doing.
There's nothing worse than a bunch of bigots backed into a corner.
Seems like there wasn't a plan B in the event that whatever comes out of the giant portal eats the hag. But somebody somewhere is still in charge of something.
And how many of them knew about the hag at all?
It's doubtful anybody did.
So they may not realize that anything went wrong.
Except if they haven't been receiving any word or transmissions lately.
But if they knew that that whole town was going to be sacrificed,
Don't I
they wouldn't
remember
expect any word.
the hag talking to a demon type? I thought I saw a vision of the hag like pleading with something, like making a deal but being on the bad side of it.
If you can find that in your notes, let me know.
So, right now, we need to figure out what happened with the tree, and is there another one that may have been affected? Where are the rest of the Silver Stake now, and what are they up to?
I'm sure we'll learn a lot about that when we go to find Aurora's family.
It'll at least tell us what the Silver Stake is up to now and if there's been any delegation of orders, if this was the plan. Well, I know it wasn't the plan for the hag to be gone, but if there was some sort of contingency orders,
Yeah.
if she wasn't in place.
And that's all just assuming that none of them had been experimented on or also sacrificed. Or that they hadn't left. Like the person that we saw after the wall.
I think that's fair.
And then, if we have to, then step 2 of all of that is restore magic to Mistinor.
Yeah. that's
Easy.
all.
It's fine. Not a problem. Also, at some point, I'd love to find a dragon egg. If we come across one, that's great. If we find like a very generous dragon who's willing to give me their firstborn, also great.
We
I
know
will
a
take
dragon.
what I can get. That's fantastic. Will she give me an egg?
But maybe.
Weren't they going to...
He was going to travel the world.
There was one place in particular they mentioned that.
He mentioned never having been to Grimdall. But I mean, if he's still out there and there's not, if the Grimdall isn't filled with silver steak, we could send him a bird and offer a hefty sum of treasure in exchange for
Just
an egg.
out of curiosity, there's no chance that Grimdall is on the direct opposite side of the world of the live tree.
No, I
I
don't
have no
think
idea.
so.
I've only heard the name.
I believe Grimdall is
Have enough.
south.
As someone who's
Southeast of here,
studied.
right?
You can make. I'd say Aurora could make a history check.
Is that where Borka
Just because there's not a
was?
geography check.
Is that where Borka was?
Hmm. Yeah, Porca was in Grimdall.
I believe it. That's where the place that I was that then wasn't on the map anymore. That
Right.
was
I'm just pulling up my map. What'd you
in
roll?
Grimdall. Though I'd only
23?
seen inside that one particular place. You couldn't leave because of the mists.
Aurora, on a 23. No. It wouldn't be Grimdall. It would either be, and it depends, because the maps that you've seen, are not perfectly to scale. No one's created an accurate globe of Kavora. It would either be in the northern areas of Windfell, kind of around the Spiral Wood, or it could also potentially be somewhere in the north of Vassacre, among the ice plains of Isimir. Those would be your best guesses.
Grimdall's not really the absolute side of it. I mean, we're kind of fudging with land masses a little here, but it's either Windfell or Vassacre.
I'd say also based on history, you would know that it probably wouldn't be Grimdall, because the reason that the Grimdallian invasion was such a harsh time in Mistinor is because of the close proximity of Grimdall to Mistinor. It's kind of like a similar thing where you hear people who aren't very bright from Alaska who are like, I can see Russia from my front porch. People in Grimdall probably say the same shit about Mistinor.
Got it.
Which you can't actually see them from each other's shores, but they are very close. It's a very short ship ride. And for dragons, even shorter.
You two are from Windfell, right? Or not from originally in your birth, but you've lived there.
Yes.
Any giant glowing trees?
Not that I've ever seen or heard of, but I was in Waterdeep, which is sort of a southern port. There wasn't. I wasn't up
Not a lot
in the
of
northern
giant
areas.
forests.
I never visited up in the north. I was stuck with Leroy and Priscilla.
All right. So, we've got our outlines. We've got our plans. Off to bed for the evening.
I suppose so. Silas, did you want to do anything about, the thing that happened with Genevieve and her possibly going to try to bring Aurora back, or taking your money, or are you still...
The thing is, I never said anything. I said I need to think about it, and that I thought that Alma didn't want to return. And
Well, when that happened, everything did seem quite hopeless, so there's a possibility that now she may feel a bit different about it.
Right, it doesn't justify what Genevieve did.
No, it doesn't.
So, did you want to tell her, or are we just gonna leave it to be? What do we want to do?
I don't know. Honestly, like I could never tell Genevieve what to do. She gets something stuck in her head, she does it.
Also, her knife is made of poison, so
For sure.
makes
I
it
haven't
frightening.
ever been married, but in Waterdeep, if you're married, is it sort of, you know, what's yours is mine, everything is everyone's, or did she technically actually steal from you?
I mean, I think that all goes out the window when you've been assumed dead for 20 plus years. Or, you know, not in your mental facilities,
Well, that's both of you then, right?
right?
Right. You were.
Is it till
considered
death
dead.
do you part? But then if you both die and then you come back, you're not married anymore. It's like a spiritual divorce.
I hadn't really considered it. I don't think the laws have.
But now that you've
Worth,
been
worth
actually
noting,
dead.
in Kavora is, instead of saying until death do us part, they say to the far plains and back.
Cute. So it's forever. It's regardless of death.
Yeah, I never went to the plains, did I?
No.
Went to a shadowy place. Knives,
So-
arms.
I mean, in fairness to your wife and all, you're surrounded by people who have a lot of money, so it probably doesn't seem like that big of a deal. And also, I don't know. You know how Cholula said, I've never been married, so I don't know. I've never, had a little person that came out of me, so, it might feel a little different emotionally to not have that person be breathing air anymore. It might be important to her to
I don't want it to sound like I don't
go check her out.
care, but it's not a high priority. What I saw was my daughter not wanting to come back, and then I saw that kind of dead look that Genevieve does. I don't know if you've seen it. No, she just kind of looks through you. She kind of did that. Then she stole all my shit and left.
Right. So it seems like you're working through some feelings.
Is that okay?
Yes, no, that's fine.
I've never been married, but I'll just tell you how to feel about someone just
he's
disappearing.
He's
I was just asking about the rules. If she could be arrested for stealing from you, or if it doesn't count as stealing because you're married. I
How
don't
would
know
I
what the
prove that it was
laws
mine to
are.
begin with? Like, I mean, who gives a shit about money, really, at that point? It's more or less that, oh, I heard that someone can resurrect someone. That sounds shady, right? Like, no one ever just does that.
probably in exchange for a lot of money, which is why she lifted yours.
I think we've done exactly that.
You weren't here for the Castellanta situation. It was not good. That was a person that it's never good just to bring someone back, no matter what happened to them, for no matter how many days, no gentle repose of any sort. Just resurrecting people at will. It doesn't sound right. That's what had me kind of shook on it. It wasn't. Something could go wrong. Something invariably will. It's kind of the curse of the family. And that's what I'm thinking about. If you wanted me to open up over a couple ciders in this horrid place with no humidity, not even one drop of it.
It's not.
She's a nice lady. Don't be mean to her establishment
It's
just because
great.
you're mean.
If you want to be wet, you go outside.
It's true.
It's funny you put it that way.
So,
I was just asking if you wanted to pursue that as a group, or if you're still mulling it over.
Let's put
You
it
don't
at
have
the
to get angry with
let's put
everyone.
it at the end of the set list, right? And then the band will play it when we're done with this particular.
Now, I have been in a band.
That is a story for another cider, if we could. Yes.
Of course, going to have to charge you for this round.
Well, I can
I
only imagine.
may head up to bed. I was driving all day.
I actually thought it might be a good idea to take care of the pig in
Oh,
private.
right. Yes, we should put it in
So-
salt before.
Do you
Well,
know?
It is waiting for you in your room.
I just mean like in private.
You have a dumbwaiter.
You know?
Yeah, my vote
Oh,
is
no, I took
actually
it.
that you share a room with Silas since he can make a room silent.
Oh, I can just make the pig not squeal. So
Whatever you want to do.
whoever is comfortable rooming with the carcass, I can just put it in like the closet for the night, or I don't know if it goes directly into the salt. Do you just put it right into
There is a chest
No,
for belongings. It might fit in.
I would have to butcher it.
Boulder parchment shears?
For who's sharing with who?
I think who's losing to share with me is the
I'll
fairest.
take loser of that one. I brought up Boulder Shop. You two.
What? Oh, I would gladly. I can wait for you to do your thing and then
Great.
come up and butcher.
What are we winning for? There's no one wants to share with us. We're losing all the way.
You just let
Patch,
me
we can
know.
bring cider upstairs with us.
Let me know.
Can
when
we bring
you're
cider
done.
upstairs with us?
This is acceptable, yes.
All right.
Then I'll
Thanks.
come in and you don't have to watch.
One
if
of you
don't
wants to
want
mark off
to,
a gold piece.
But
I'll do it.
I'll cut it into pieces and put it in the salt and then we can go to bed.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and head up.
Yeah, we don't have to play out this whole scene, but I am curious.
How do they look when they get up to go to like? Do they look like hurried, like you're trying to go like take a shit real quick, or
It's a little
or like
sexy.
or like
still.
exciting?
It's kind of, it's more like if you've ever seen. This is a little dark. If you've ever seen someone with an addiction, it's like right at the edge of withdrawals. It's that.
Oh, so like there's nothing in the way.
Yeah, like if you ever been hanging out with a smoker and they haven't had an opportunity to smoke in the last like 2 hours.
Yeah, they just Kool-Aid man through every wall
Yeah.
to get outside.
So there is composure but also urgency.
Okay.
So Aurora, what is your
A
approach?
refined act.
What is your approach to bleeding a pig?
Yeah. I imagine, you know, when movies are like, I wonder what's going on up there, and then it cuts to just like handheld footage, and they're just like, the pig's like hiding in a corner. He's like, "You come here."
Yeah, I just want you to tell me your plan, and then we'll make some rolls and see what happens.
Right.
Let me pull up the stats for a pig real quick.
A commoner pig. Not some
Okay.
level 3 paladin pig.
So I think the way that this spell works is that I can basically tell any creature with intelligence what to do, or it's just a wisdom saving throw. So I'm gonna cast Chaos on the pig.
How is it specifically worded?
Okay. You place a magical command on a creature that you can see within range, forcing it to carry out the service or refrain from some action or course of activity as you decide. If the creature can understand you, it must succeed a wisdom saving throw.
If the creature can understand you.
Well, then you just start the first spell
Pigs
with
are smart.
teach language.
Pigs have minus
Comprehend.
3 to their intelligence.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, real pigs are
Okay.
smart.
Yeah. Just put that on like a 0
Okay.
or something.
These
D&D.
It's okay.
fantasy pigs.
I have a
are-
backup plan.
Okay.
You put on a hat that comprehends languages on the pig.
Can you?
I don't think
You cast Awaken on the pig.
Where is it? There you go. Okay.
Then you take its life. You give it the ability to understand language and a bit of sentience, and then you kill it.
You know what? I mean, listen. If you woke up fully sentient in this world and somebody was like, I'm going to end this for you, you'd be like, okay.
Can I cast telekinesis on this pig?
Yeah.
Alright. You gain the ability to move or manipulate creatures or objects by thought when you cast a spell, and as your action each round or duration, you can exert your will on one creature or object that you can see within range,
sick.
causing the appropriate effect below. Okay, cool.
She's just been circling a pig for 20 minutes.
Figuring it out.
Just pacing.
Okay. Can I cast telekinesis for the pig to keep its mouth shut? No screams. mouth remain closed. No
I will say
squealsies.
I will
No.
say yes, you can do that.
Okay.
However, I don't know if you've ever closed your mouth, you can
Yeah.
still make sound.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Silas
but
make
they're
a
muffled.
Can Silas make a perception check to see
Yeah,
how
they're
it's
totally
going?
muffled.
Yeah, so first let's make some rolls.
Okay, sick.
What's the saving throw for telekinesis? It's a strength saving throw, correct? Go.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Whoa.
Yes. This is a strength saving throw.
Okay. That's a 7. It fails.
I just have to roll over a 7.
Yeah, I don't think you have to roll. It's against your spell save
Yes,
DC.
it is. Oh my god. Oh god.
So that's a failure. So its mouth
Close.
fully closed.
Rad. Okay. I'm gonna take a pillow from the bed, and I'm going to hold to pig mouth while I chomp.
Okay, make an attack roll
Sick.
with your bite attack. That won't be in D&D Beyond.
Yep.
I would do anything to play a first-time vampire for an entire campaign. Just like some 14-year-old kid. It's like, I don't know. Chickens are hard to catch.
You mean I'm gonna sound like this forever?
All right. Can I come inside? Can I come inside? Can I come inside?
What was your teenager's life like? Was it a lot of trying out some sounds?
Okay.
No, it was very deep, very early on. It's terrifying.
The first day, you just come out, Mom.
15 hits the
Mom, what's
pig.
going on?
Help, my head hurts.
15 hits the pig. The pig only has 4 hit points. You quickly drain it
Yeah.
of all of its blood.
Sick.
It
Oh man, I had a whole thing to like distract from the noise.
Yeah.
with the pillow, it is rather quiet, and it's over quicker than you think. You were expecting, like, you would probably have been worried the last couple of days that it's going to be like
Gross.
some endeavor where, like, by the time it's over, there's like blood on the curtains and all over you and your mouth. But it's actually very controlled. At least with this particular creature, it was easy to grasp, easy to bite, and the exsanguination was second nature.
And salty.
It's
Yeah, it actually is kind of reminiscent of the pork belly that you had for dinner.
sick. I'm gonna.
It's like a gusher,
Oh no!
you know, but
please,
like
no.
it actively gushes. Right? It's not a passive gusher. It's like a gusher with a heart.
With like pressure built up.
Yeah.
I need a gusher with a heart.
Meat gusher.
Now I'm out.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
There's only so many words you can tie to gusher.
I have
Meat is one of them.
some like extra traveler's clothes. I'm just gonna take like a t-shirt from one of it and like wrap it over its head and put the pillow back, and then I'm gonna put it in that little chest.
Yeah. And it was a little bit too big before, but has since kind of shriveled a bit and is fully grayed as you place it in the chest. Cholula, Aurora retrieves you, and you can enter the room and spotless.
Nice.
He's in the chest.
Sure. I'm gonna get started. If you want to exit, or you don't have to.
It seems only fair that I figure out how.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna.
Yeah, no rolls required. Cholula, you have prepared many an animal carcass in your day and are very skilled at it at this point, especially with as sharp as you keep your knives. It is kind of weird cutting up a fully dried specimen. Like
I'm
even
gonna be showing her it now. Usually, when you make this cut down the center, it's just that's how. And the neck is how you drain it. You hang it up and everything. But this is
But,
actually
yeah,
much easier.
Yeah, it's nice. It's like pre-prepared. It's very convenient, actually. The new dream team.
Yes.
Wonderful. Is there anything that Silas and Rabbit get up to in the evening, or are you guys just heading off to bed?
I think we drink into the evening, slowly try to approach sensitive topics, and then immediately withdraw from that line of conversation and instead try and figure out how to gamble.
Yeah, like the new competition is how close can we get to a sensitive topic.
And then we start
quickly?
arguing.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, you know what? New rule. Every time you snap at me for an innocent question, I get to flick you in the head.
All right. How'd you feel when you saw the egg?
You know what? That's not even fair, alright? Then you get to flick me back if I get on.
And then it goes on like this for
Yeah.
probably about another 15 minutes before it's more than either of you can stand anymore. And everyone eventually finds their rest. You guys can go ahead.
Salt shakers on his table.
You guys can go ahead and take the benefits of a long rest. And as you do, we're going to go ahead and go to our first and only break of the evening. To enter for your chance to win the More Fun Mystery Pre-Painted Mini Giveaway from WizKids, provided to us by More Fun Comics and Games, our local comic book shop.
And sponsor.
Yeah, and sponsor. Type type the word pig in the chat.
Man.
Write a book.
P-I-G. Type the word pig in the chat to enter for your chance to win this beautiful set of minis.
Favorite book.
And let us know in the chat if you win, if you would like us to open it on stream so you can see what minis await you. Otherwise, you can be surprised when it arrives at your door. You have to be a follower to be eligible to win, so please give us a follow if you haven't already. And we will see all of you in about 20 minutes. Don't go away.
20 minutes.
Stay.
Welcome back, everybody. Before we hop back into this thrilling shopping episode,
I'm about to go to sleep. Or I already.
you already did. You're about to wake up from sleep and go shopping. We have a giveaway winner to announce. The winner of the More Fun Mystery Mini Pre-Painted Giveaway is Strick 8.
Whoa.
Strict
Is that a new one?
That's a new winner. Congratulations! Yay! We will contact you through the Twitch Whispers, or if you are part of our Discord, we can contact you there if you prefer. You can, if you're not part of our Discord, you can get there through our About section if you have and use Discord.
Let us know if you want Miranda to unbox it.
Yeah. At the end of the stream, we can open that up for you if you would like. Just let us know in the chat.
Gotten real good at removing that tape and putting it right back on.
Mm-hmm.
Even though
No
we have
rips,
tape.
no tears. You get a pristine box. Pristine box. Pristine box.
We also have one more giveaway this evening. And that is the Fablefire Glittering Gold Dice giveaway.
Can I enter this one? Or will you make another one?
I can just make you some.
Okay.
An unintentional dice twin with me yet again.
I still need
Yeah,
to
that's right.
I still need to get some dice from you.
I
Do
have
Things are coming together in the warehouse, which is to say the shed that I work in the 100 Keys.
It's more of a warehouse than a shed. We have a shed.
That's true. It is.
It's
more
a shed.
It's still fucking hot outside.
It is. Like 110 yesterday. It's like
108 today, and it was overcast.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah. To enter for your chance to win this beautiful glittering gold set of Fablefire dice every time.
Every time.
Go ahead and type the word shop in the chat. That's SHOP. Shop. That's not to say that this is going to be entirely a shopping episode. Who knows?
I could start a fight.
Yeah, I could start a fight.
We can start fights.
Liches be shopping.
Hey.
All right.
Hey. Lich has got to eat, all right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of components to becoming a lich, right?
So as you all awaken,
And you can buy them all at Walmart.
in the morning, hashtag not sponsored.
Sam Wallace is a lich.
And
Now
we
we'll
never
never
will
be.
be. Yeah. As you all awaken in the morning feeling rested, or are you feeling particularly rested? what is first on the docket? Did you guys want to hit up Kettle and Quill for some magical items, or did you want to hit up the Needy Shawl first, or did you want to split up?
Morning workout to start. Also to kind of flex on Rabbit because
Who's
you have
also,
to, yeah.
she's been working out because she woke up 4 hours earlier.
That's true.
I've never had
I'm doing like handstands, but also push-ups.
Nice. Make an athletics check, both of you.
more.
Let's see who's really doing a better morning workout.
I've never had more spells than I've had like allowances. So for the first time ever, I'm going to prepare my spells today.
Ooh.
Oh, shut.
Oh,
That's
this is so fun.
Wizards are dope. Luck point. Burn one in the morning for no reason. Okay.
My pride!
27, natural 19 plus 8.
Nice.
Shit.
I'm gonna take this string that I have, and I'm gonna kind of set up a hanging situation for all of these pork parts, and kind of carefully get them. Are they gonna get ruined if I put them in my bag of holding,
No.
or is food cool?
They
Like,
so
you can live in there, but
so worth noting. This
is
isn't.
an item now.
Yeah,
right?
there's a different type of item that would keep it like preserved. The bag of holding will not keep it preserved, but it also won't.
Will.
Yeah, the salt will. So it won't. It will. If it will keep, it's fine. It's not gonna like bleed into your bag or anything. There's no blood left anyway.
Yeah.
Listen, I think the way that like the curing of meat happens is that like it can stay for like a couple of days, and that you'll just have to check on it every once in a while, make sure there isn't like excess liquids and
Yeah.
like stuff, and like
Yeah.
make sure that
I
they're
mean,
drained.
Which-
best to
yeah,
be
a great
in,
way
like,
to keep it
cold,
from-
dry place.
Yeah, the great way to keep
Like
it from getting any excess moisture is to put it in a pocket dimension,
Exactly.
in the vacuum of space.
Chef tip.
It's
I'm
like
gonna do that.
every couple days you might have to add more salt, I think. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's
Chef tips. There's no moisture
Yeah.
in the vacuum of space.
we should do like just above like Arcanarama cooking things and then put that in your bag of holding for 24 hours.
Binging with Bombadil.
Please sponsor me. I want to touch her.
So, Rabbit, after burning your luck point,
22.
22,
fucking sick.
you both do get a good workout in.
But mine was slightly worse.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I'm not even paying attention.
I am.
Cholula, you get the cured pig meat placed away in your bag. You've got some nice, choice pork cuts for travels. And Aurora, you prepare your spells.
So the way the spell book works, it's got like little closey claims, and you know I just like pop one in and out. It can only fit so much right now, you know. But yeah, I took skill improvement. I want to see what that does now that I know.
Oh, yeah, skill empowerment?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an interesting one. All right. So, what's the first stop, or are we splitting up?
I think we probably want to all see both places.
Yeah.
Which one's closest?
I don't have a
We
map.
could ask Strand. I'll go up to the bar.
Oh, good morning. You sleep well.
Sorry?
You slept well.
Oh, yes. You know, got that shut eye. I don't actually know what sleep is necessary. That's neither here nor
Your
there.
meditation was uninterrupted?
Was great.
Good. Good,
So-
love to hear it.
We were gonna do some shopping today.
Right?
You mentioned 2 stores. We'd like to see both of them. We don't know where they are.
Go, I see. And she proceeds to give you directions to the Needy Shawl and Kettle and Quill. And in that order, that is the order of how close they are. Needy Shawl is closer.
Okay. General store's closer.
Good.
So we can just.
Yeah.
Boop.
Just kind of dip in.
Boop.
Then it's a general store. That's nice.
What all do we need there?
I was gonna check for what was mentioned in Umbrella, which is like I've been wanting my shadow
How
friend.
long have you been looking for an
I've
umbrella?
been thinking about it.
That's also where
It's a
we may
constant
find
shadow.
a world map or
Oh, that's right.
a globe, perhaps.
All right.
Right.
So, as you follow the instructions given to you by Strand, you make your way to a quaint little kind of mostly wooden structure with a stone base And as is the case with everything in Mossendell, just absolutely covered. It may not be Pete's General Goods, but it is covered in peat.
Oh, that's my husband.
As you all step inside,
Deletes 5 pages of notes.
as you all step inside, you see a number of general goods on lining shelves, everything from ropes. There is a section of umbrellas of different colors and materials. And kind of stationed by the door where you enter, you walk past this counter area, which would be like where you go to pay and check out before you leave. You see a little halfling man standing behind it, helping a customer. And as they walk away, he kind of turns and looks at all of you. Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Welcome to the Needy Shawl. What can I be getting for you?
Oh, we're in search of a map of the globe, if you've got one.
A map of Kavora.
Yes.
We've got a couple in stock, we do. Is that all that you're looking for?
I'd also like some string.
Of course. I've got some string right here. Let me just get these things put together. Is there anything else I can gather up for you lot? Or would you like to just have a look around yourselves?
I was actually gonna take a little lap.
I also would like to look around. Would you hold on to those, or should I take them around?
Of course, we'll hold them right up here at the front for you.
Thank you. Do you have a lot of marbles?
I've got a number of marbles. I've got a lot more ball bearings than marbles.
Specifically,
Thousands upon thousands of ball bearings.
if I could have as many marbles as you have.
All the marbles.
All the marbles.
All right. Some string, all the marbles, map of the globe.
This isn't going to help with how random all of this is. An umbrella, if I could.
An umbrella.
An umbrella.
He's so random sometimes. That's just like how he is. His sense of humor.
I'm just so random.
Oh my god, it's so quirky. Oh my god.
Gotta protect yourself from the elements, I do say, all right.
Yeah, I was looking for something that could kind of stow. You know, nothing flashy or anything. Something that's a bit more battle-bound, if you will.
Like a messenger bag.
No, like an umbrella that's stronger than others.
Oh,
Or maybe just one with a good frame and I can get someone to upholster another.
Like
well,
a
I've only
shield.
got your standard umbrellas here, but if you wanted to take it on over to the Kettle and Quill, Master Kettle might be able to put an enchantment on it there, make for a better umbrella for you.
You have made me a very excited young man.
So
Oh, thank
young.
you very
He's
kindly.
the youngest man you ever seen. It's like he was born yesterday.
Right, and anything for you, miss?
Well, not really in particular. I was just gonna take like a quick lap. I mean, if you got, do you carry clothes?
Well, we've got some clothes, mostly common, but I've got a few fine sets lying around here.
Can I see the fine sets?
Sure, please, have a look yourself there in the back right corner. All right, so we got...
If that doesn't make you want to watch Hot Fuzz, I don't know what.
Yeah, a great big bushy beard.
I hate that every week I have to go watch that movie because then I start quoting it on the way home.
I cannot resist. All right, for some string,
Don't go being a shit.
we're looking at 1 gold piece. Umbrella is going to come out to 2 gold pieces. All the marbles, which is a small bag containing 10 marbles.
10 marbles. That's not as many marbles as I would think I would get when I say, give me all the marbles.
He told you he didn't have many. He's got,
that's fair.
He's got
I
way
just
more
thought
ball
the way
bearings.
that everybody was reacting, I thought I was going to get like 100 marbles.
That's going to be 5 silver.
No, I was reacting to the ball bearings because it seems like everyone in this world is trying to get rid of ball bearings the way people try to get rid of tomatoes. Like, please, I have too many. They multiply.
Aurora looking at the fine clothes. Where's the letter F? There it is. All right. Those will come out to about 15 gold pieces.
Okay.
I was just thinking of like if there was a spell that worked the way that mods do on like Skyrim, where you make a bunch of like horses fall out of the sky. You said multiply, and I was like, is that a spell? How would that look?
That would be cool.
Skyrim,
That's
when
a
you just...
wild magic table.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Sorry.
No, I agree. That would be great. So currently, we're looking. Did you have anything other than string? There was one more thing you said,
I
right?
had string
The map.
and the map.
The map, correct. The map also comes out to 5 silver.
Okay.
So for a grand total, unless you guys want me to keep this separate, which I can't.
I've already paid mine.
Okay.
I paid mine.
I mentally
Perfect.
subtracted.
Wonderful.
As
So
you
yeah,
said.
you're at 1 gold, 5 silver for the map and the string, and it's a decent. It's like probably a good 100 feet of string
Nice.
twine,
Because the rest of mine is on pig parts now.
and you get a map of Kavora, which I think you guys already all have access to. It is in the Discord in our maps and things. Is that what I called it? Maps and places.
Link in the about section.
It is the first post in the Maps and Places channel in Discord. You can see Mistinor, Vasker, Winfell, and Grimdall.
Let's see. Kavor.
What was your name?
Oh, my name? Well, you can call me Bandley,
Brandley.
but my full name is Bandley Petaltoes.
Mr. Petaltoes.
Please, Mr. Petaltoes is my father.
Brandley, then. Are you familiar with Mr. Kettle?
Oh, I gave you a recommendation, your friend there, just to go over there not 2 moments ago. You dropped that? Did you want those marbles?
No, they're gone forever.
She likes to play with them.
We were told that he should have a gift, that we should show up with a gift.
Oh, right, he does appreciate gifts.
What does he like?
Well, he likes all manner of things. He likes magical trinkets, odds and ends. Really, he's appreciative of anything that anyone wants to give him. But you could also always ask him if there's anything he's hurting for.
He wouldn't be offended if we didn't have something specifically picked out for him already.
I don't think so. You ever met Mr. Kettle?
No, we were just told to bring a gift.
Right, well, are you familiar with Harshan?
No.
Never met one, eh? They're curious people, natives of Mistinor here. Said to be quite fond of, well, let me reel it back a little bit more. Said to have been descended of the Fae themselves, and something that carried over from that time in the Fae world is a sort of almost magical majesty around the idea of gift giving. They find it very polite and special, and a good way to make friends with the Harshan for life is to gift them something, be it in a time of need, even more so.
Alright. Does everybody have something that they could get rid of, should it match what Mr. Kettle is looking for? I've got some things, odds and ends.
Yeah, I think I've got something.
Alright. Well, thank you very much.
Of course, and thank you for your patronage. We'd love to see you at the Needy Shoal again if you're ever passing through.
Right.
Lovely to meet
Good
you.
day. Off we go.
Right.
Yes.
All right. With your newfound wares, you continue down the street, and eventually you come across a small stone building covered in a gradient of moss that's kind of thicker towards the foundation. And there's a signpost over the door that reads Kettle and Quill and depicts a feather quill being dipped into a small black kettle. As you step inside, the interior is light wood with shelves stocked full of various spellcasting components. There's a lot of interesting smells, and you see there are enclosed areas of precious gemstones of different kinds that are all kind of neatly organized into different sizes and color and likeness. There's also all kinds of feathers and copper wire and even a small. There's like a cage with various like familiars kind of hanging out in it that can be purchased, and under the bat cages there are little dispensers that collect their guano for use in spellcasting rituals as well. Standing behind the counter, and you see like the shelves outside of like spell components and a lot of magical paper and magical ink Aurora, you know that this is things used for lengthening a spell book if it's getting full. There's not a lot of items on the shelves, but there are a number of things kind of hanging up on the wall behind the counter. And standing there behind the counter
Is a quill.
you see a medium humanoid man with kind of pale bluish skin tones that kind of shift to purple a little bit around the nose and cheeks. His hair is kind of the bubblegum pink and shorter on the sides and kind of like, not quite coiffed, but just, it looks very, thin isn't the right word, but a little wispy, and it just kind of like wisps up on the side. He has long pointed ears that kind of curve downward, and slightly pointed as he kind of like smiles at the notice of you all coming inside. You can see a slight point to the canines on the top and the bottom as he looks out at all of you. Slightly smaller than most humans, but is proportional. Hello there. Welcome to Kettle Quill.
We're the Mistwalkers.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Your place came highly recommended.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm Theron Kettle. Is there anything that I can do for you, like this morning?
I was looking to maybe have this umbrella enchanted with something or another, but I was also told to...
Well, come with gifts. We brought you something. Hopefully it'll be helpful in a time of need.
That is so kind of you. You didn't have to do that. What do each of you present?
I'm gonna give him some special spices from my mother.
These are so nice. Oh. What kind of spices are they?
I want it to be like a fun type of mint that's good for like cooking, but also sauces or tea.
Yeah, it's like a wild mint of Mistinor. It's kind of a green leaf at the center that kind of is reddened around the edges, and it's a nice kind of like mint with a little hint of spice to it as well. Mm-hmm. Very well preserved. Nice. Thank you very kindly. Appreciate that.
Is this? It's kind of just a mask, but it meant a lot to me in the past.
Kind of like looks over it. He has a similar little eyeglass to the one that you saw in the casino. As he kind of looks it over. Oh, this mask has seen quite a bit of travel. Very far away. Thank you.
Well, okay. This helped out a lot once, but I haven't really used it since. I hand out the immovable rod. Maybe you could catch shoplifters, or maybe hold up something for. It won't ever move.
Well, I mean, mostly I'd be interested in resale. Are you sure you want to give something like this up?
Yeah, I think I'm okay. I can kind of move stuff or pin stuff with my mind now, so I think I'm doing okay.
This is incredibly generous. Thank you. And he turns and he's being very sincere, and I know how this might come off, how this might sound. But you see, as he turns around and places it on the wall next to another identical rod that he has in stock. You also see a price listed above it at 5,000 gold pieces.
Fuck yeah.
Was that to win gifts? Is that what you just did?
Well, it helped a lot once with Oma, and it meant a lot to me. And unfortunately, I didn't really have anything else that I could give him that I felt would be like, who gives someone a bottle of ink? You know,
Right.
and
No,
I need those for my books. So
Every
you
gift
can't take them.
is to be treasured, regardless of monetary value. You know, some of the cheapest items can bring the most joy. So, I thank you.
Alright, I didn't know what you'd like, so I have 2 options. You choose your favorite.
All right, then.
These are feathers that grew out of the ground. This is an ear.
I'm gonna take the feathers.
Okay. That's fair.
I knew that fucking ear was gonna come up.
But have you looked at the ear?
It was weird.
If I can ask,
Yeah.
what type of... Is that just a human ear?
It's a human ear.
Right, yeah, no,
You'll
I think
notice
I'm...
that it did have a piercing in it at one point. I lost it.
Yeah, no,
Somewhere.
no.
Look at the cut on this thing.
Right, yeah, very clean.
I got
Clean
it
cut.
out
It's
of
a
the
bit...
air.
It's getting a bit...
No, it smells.
You
So,
see-
do you want to smell it?
No, you see that black around the edges there? That's rot.
Yeah.
That's a rot in it.
So
But I thank you for these strange feathers. They don't appear to be from any type of creature that
they
I...
took one sense and have added so many other senses to it: smells, sights, tastes.
No.
The feathers grow out of the ground like grass on the island of Ruvengul.
That is incredibly strange. I've heard a lot of tell of the weird magics around Ruvengul and the types of things that go on there, but never heard of a field of feathers.
Yes, we actually wanted to ask you about, do you know of the tree on Ruvengul?
I'm aware of the Great Life Tree, is how it's referred.
And how some say that it's a source of...
Right, like the birthplace of magic in all of Kavora.
I'm just gonna peruse some shelves.
Have you
I'm gonna
noticed
follow.
in the past, few days or so, have you been doing any magic, and does it feel different than it did before?
Oh yeah, well I'm always enchanting. I have noticed I've been on a bit of a winning streak. Usually a lot more, the wild magic in the area affects, higher level castings and things of that nature. Makes it hard to get better items this close to the island. But I've noticed the last couple of days, maybe the last 4 or 5 days, I've had no incidents.
Well, that seems positive.
Right.
So if the surges that were happening were no longer a thing that happened,
That would be a blessing upon Mr. Nor, let me tell you. I can't tell you how many times the ground has turned to behaving like a liquid state and ruined entire villages. It's hard to build a city based on, random happenings.
And so what if that coincided with the Tree of Life dying?
Well, I'm sure that more religious folk would tell you that it's some sort of an omen, probably, or a lot of the Genasi around here are very, knowledgeable about the histories of particularly Mr. Nor and the primordial beings and things of that nature. There's
And how the tree
stories.
called itself Chandragora.
Called itself Chandragora.
Yes.
It was a talking tree. I've never actually been to Ruvengul.
I haven't talked to it, but apparently if you touch one of the little glowing leaves that comes off of it, it sort of makes you hallucinate and says it's a Chandragora.
I've never heard anything like that before.
Well, it happened, and it could happen to anybody. You don't know that you're touching magic seeds coming out of the sky. You just touch it.
Actually, it can't happen to anybody anymore.
Right.
Oh, that's
Well, maybe it's for the best.
Maybe. About the umbrella, though. What do you think you can do to it?
Right, well, I mean, what are you looking for?
Someone had mentioned a shield, and I thought that was great. I imagine it'll still block bits of the sun. I'm looking for a bit of... is he around?
What,
Bit of
how soon?
making a shadow. I need shadows.
Oh, right.
And also a shield would be nice.
How soon do you need it?
I'm not on a press for time, but I can't speak for everyone here.
Well, if it's just shielding you're after, I'd probably get that done in maybe a day and a half. Be done midday tomorrow. If you wanted me to put some sort of extension charm on it as well, perhaps like, you speak a key phrase which you could choose. You could double the diameter of the umbrella, which then if you, I don't know, tossed it into the air or held it up, it would be more shade produced. That would take me closer to 3 days.
We can probably find work around here, right? The Mistwalkers haven't done anything but save the world. We can maybe get a bit of our resume up.
Or we could just relax.
We can just relax. This is a nice place to relax. Good
All right,
dry
Mossendell is
meats in a place that doesn't have any kind of humidity at all when you're trying to sleep and you're wheezing the whole night.
You were wheezing
I
a
was
lot.
wheezing.
We should get you something for that.
Right.
Speaking of
Outside of the, sorry.
Is there a way to enhance a bow that would cause arrows to do magical damage rather than having to have arrows specifically be the part that do you know what I'm?
Well, yeah, I've actually got something in stock for that. No wait at all. Let's see here. And he turns around and kind of looks through his wares that are up on the wall a little bit and pulls down a string that has kind of a slightly like reddish orange tinge to it, and kind of like stretches it out on the table. This is a blazing bowstring, kind of in a similar way to the flame tongue enchantment that's placed commonly on a lot of different types of swords and melee weapons. The blazing bowstring, you string it onto a bow and seal the enchantment between the two, and you'll find that your arrows do a little bit of extra. They'll catch fire in the air.
Oh, wonderful! But they'll still do the normal amount of piercing. So if let's say I'm hitting something that doesn't give a shit about fire, it still will take the arrow's damage.
Yeah, and on top of that, it has a way of sort of self-enchanting the arrows as well, giving them a magical property.
Wonderful. Yes.
Wonderful. It's 250 gold pieces for the blazing bowstring.
Right.
You wouldn't happen to have two of those, would you?
I've only got the one in stock, unfortunately.
No.
I could try and whip another one up for you if you're already going to be waiting around for 3 days. I can't really divide my attention, but there's only so much work that I can do on an item in a day before, moving on to other things. So, if you'd be willing to extend your stay to 4 days, I could throw in another blazing bowstring for 250.
Are you guys okay with that?
For your crossbow.
Oh, crossbow.
Yeah.
I could get that done in the three, much less string.
Okay.
All right. So he pulls out a little notebook. Got a blazing crossbow string. And so I'm aware, for the umbrella, are you after something that you could activate to create a shield around yourself, or are you more interested in just hardening the umbrella itself so it could function as a shield?
I like the idea of it being a shield.
Oh yeah,
Also,
that's much easier.
The idea of expanding the diameter sounds interesting. I'd like to see what you do, honestly.
All right, shield and expansion for the umbrella. That, quite uncommon, probably come out to about 300 gold.
Mummy, please. I've only so much gold. could I just have a bit more on my allowance? I swear I'll clean my room. And I won't talk about how dry that fucking hotel is.
I don't necessarily need a magical
I'm
item.
gonna give Silas 300 to give to the guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you get to pay yourself. That's sweet.
He's so grown up.
Don't you just love gifts?
I earned it.
There's nothing better.
And I helped.
I don't necessarily need
Phyllis is also here.
a thing, but I'm looking for something. I was
Right.
previously the proud sister of a dragon in an egg, and then the egg got melted. Do you know any dragons with eggs, preferably?
You're from the north, Norumloth. Mm-hmm. Interesting. I've only read about your kind, your people, I should say.
Hello, need an egg, real bad. People are going to be very angry.
Well,
Me specifically.
I'm afraid I don't sell dragon eggs here. If I had them, that would be... I'd be doing some next level shit with that.
No, I understand.
Pardon my
yeah.
language. But
I'm mostly asking if, like, do you have a friend who is a dragon who maybe would give me their egg?
I don't have any friends with dragons, but I have heard rumors. Now, the chances of, entering a deal with a dragon, striking a deal for them to give you an egg. Dragon only makes so many eggs throughout its lifetime, not very frequently.
Yeah.
I'd say your chances are pretty slim, but if you're going to, try it with a metallic dragon. They're typically a little bit more, even though no dragons are really personable, but they tend to be nicer than the chromatics. They're more interested in taking and holding things for themselves. Which metallics, also have an interest in that, but if you can offer them up something nice, they might be willing to part with something for you.
So are all dragons kind of divided by what the make, right? Is it like a canvas dragon?
Well,
Perhaps.
Raptors was a fairy dragon.
And then there's metallics.
Right, there's metallic dragons. There's also, well, I don't know if there's textile. Well, because textile's not really. So there are metallic dragons, and then there are the chromatic dragons, and then there are gem dragons. Most of
Those
it
all
is
naturally occurring things.
right. Most of it, yeah. There's not necessarily like a steel dragon because steel is a combination of metals processed. So probably not like a canvas dragon, but there might be a cotton dragon that I've never heard of. That might be quite nice.
Oh, cute. It'd be all, like, fuzzy.
Or like a pecan dragon.
Soft.
Tasty.
Right, maybe they do in foods too. Who knows?
Nut dragons.
But you haven't heard of any dragons around here?
Kitty.
I have actually heard a couple of rumors.
Child.
I've actually heard a couple of rumors.
I am the nut dragon.
Obviously, we get the odd adventurer in here, probably more than any other place in town, trying to, pick up potions and gear and the like. Apparently, there's been some strange sightings along the coastline around Altanin. I don't know. All I know is that people claim to see, glinting wings in the waters. I don't know where that accent came from.
Yeah.
That was
Those were
took a
straight-
hard left turn into
Yeah.
fucking pedal toes.
That was like Pacific Edges straight to a Hobbit. Walters.
Water is a
Straight
hard
to Gamgee.
What was the original deal with Randris? That she would protect your people in exchange for what? That you would fight for her?
Well,
or-
sorry, you should tell it.
Is it like common knowledge? That's
Oh, no. I'm just, a bit of a student of the world, as it were. I like to read things, study things, hear stories, tell stories.
I see. To my understanding, the deal is pretty straightforward. The line
Is your
that
nose
Randris
twitching too? My nose keeps twitching, and I don't know why. It's
came
right here.
from. Are you
Is-
guys okay?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Break wasn't long enough.
No, we don't.
No, it really is very odd.
Yeah, mine's been doing that all day. I don't know what that is.
I can't breathe out of my nose right now. So
Anybody else got some nose news?
tell us about your noses. Tell us about your noses in the chat.
We gotta add that to the intro. Vibe check, nose news. Nose news is good news. Sorry.
To my understanding of the deal, Randrus's line, so starting from her mother and then probably other mothers prior to that, they would defend the forest and everything around it, including the people who live there. And in exchange, she would just be allowed to train some of the children of those different populations so that somebody would be around to train her egg when it finally hatched in a couple of 100 years. And it was just very convenient that most of the population happened to be elves.
So they would take care of you all, and you all would take care of their child.
Exactly. So, I was supposed to take care of Randrus's egg if anything ever happened to her. But then something happened to her, and then something happened to the egg, and so now I have a couple of options, and one is I could never return home again. I'm keeping that one pretty high up on the list right now. Two is that I do return home, and I just explain to people that, hey, turns out one of the children that you sent turned out to be a traitor. It happens to the best of us. He did sell out Randrus and her egg, and now the egg was turned into a goo of sorts in order to take down an island and maybe, magic everywhere all around the way that we know it. And I don't have an egg and you don't have any protection, so good luck.
Well, I mean, they've been without protection this entire time, so...
In the grand scheme of
How many people
things,
were left there when Randrus was killed?
across the entire forest,
I just sort of assumed that when whoever came through that killed the dragon just sort of killed everyone, and you were lucky enough to miss out on it.
as far as I know, the populations of people who lived in the forest, A-okay. Mm-hmm. Mostly just Randrus and her brood, being us.
Right, well,
They
from what
charge
I...
you with protecting a pretty valuable thing.
Only you?
Well, it was supposed to be the couple dozen to 100 of us that would have been raised under Randrus had they not all been slaughtered.
Right,
So,
like,
you being the survivor doesn't necessarily make the happening your fault.
Right, yeah, there was already kind of going downhill before the egg was proper stolen.
No, I very much appreciate that. You're great friends. Mm-hmm. Love it. However, I do now have to explain to a lot of people what happened and why I wasn't there to, maybe stop Asher, or why I didn't notice that Asher was evil.
Weren't you not there because you're out looking?
For Asher? No,
Or for the egg?
I was just on a supply run.
Oh, yeah, that is shitty. We don't have
Right.
to bore you with this. We can. It was all our business done.
No, I find it quite fascinating.
So there might be a dragon somewhere nearby. So here's my backup plan, right? Is maybe if I can find a new dragon to take over Randrus's deal.
Maybe a dragon that doesn't have much of a horde already, and
Exactly.
maybe they would be interested in
You
the
still have to
deal.
explain that first part, though. You're not going to be like, look, I brought a new dragon. Forget. Yeah, you can't do
But it would lessen the
If
flow.
I'm-
It's kind of like, oh, hey, so sorry. I left the oven on, but it's okay. It was just a small fire. I already put it out.
Now, I'm by no means a seasoned adventurer or anything of the sort.
Then shut the
But, as I was saying before, your chances of finding a dragon and asking it for an egg and getting that egg,
Right,
chances of getting that egg, very slim.
right.
But you are 100% putting yourself in a very dangerous position of, speaking face to face with a dragon. Safer course of action would be to, discover the location of a dragon, find where it's nesting, where its lair is, and, maybe stake it out, wait for it to leave, sneak in, see if you can just, take one. If there's any eggs in there. But, again, dragons don't have eggs very often, so your chances of finding a dragon in the first place, not incredibly high.
I just had an
Finding a
interesting
dragon with an egg in its lair, even slimmer.
I don't feel good about stealing an egg.
Really?
thought. I just had an interesting thought. Fuck this. all of that has to do with interacting with a dragon. That sounds horrible. Yes, of course. I would love to help you, but your problems are fucking horrible times. Mine is like I go back and I yell at my wife, and then maybe my child is back alive, which is weird. Yours is we have to confront a society
You guys haven't been together for very long, have you?
longer than you.
Feels like ages.
Oh.
Maybe. Okay, so do you think it might be better for the people to take what they know and take care of themselves and not be under the shadow of a dragon and having to work for it? They just maybe work for themselves.
The dragon was in them all along.
They
Are you sure you're adventurers?
So what
We have a
we
name.
is- I'm
Right.
gonna
Great,
table
it's a
this
good
for
name.
now, and we'll come back to it.
Where's this possible dragon location?
Right,
Lieutenant.
well, again, as I was saying before, there's been sightings outside of Eltenin. I've also heard rumours of northwest of Gelladorn, kind of on the edge of Dorfalos. There's rumours of some sightings up there as well. No attacks on any cities or anything, but yeah, people claim to see things in the sky, and if it flashes a certain colour in a certain way, then potentially there's something of the green variety.
Green.
Yeah. That's roundabouts Dorfalos, so.
Well, we're already going to Altanin. We might as well do a
Just-
dragon check while we're
Just do a
there.
little pop
We'll
in.
we've dealt with a dragon before and it
We-
was
it
fine. They
was-
gave us a ride.
It was easy, and I wasn't scared.
Yes.
Why don't we use the 3 days? We could potentially
Well,
scout
'cause we
around.
have to get our things.
Yeah, but we have 3 days. We could scout around Altan and
How
look
far
for the
is it
dragon.
to Altanin from here?
About 4 days to Eltenin from here.
Yeah.
If you're travelling by cart.
We should probably just wait for our things.
But we can go there. We can find out what we can about your family while we're in the area. We can check for dragon, check for eggs.
Hey, give us an egg. Everything's
Okay.
fine.
And we
What
haven't
else
been
nicer than that?
we haven't been to Gelladon yet, and we did send a pretty good amount of money that way with the one who was opening up the shop, and
I sent that money.
we never. Yeah, so you would have a whole little stash back.
Or there's just
So-
a bunch of aimless mercenaries running around with
Possibly because
Or they
none
got
of them-
ignitioned.
money. Or they got ignition.
They might have just pulled up. They were like, "Hey, what's going on?" And then
I mean, they may have not even gotten across the. Actually,
Well,
we
could
were a
I
couple days earlier, weren't we?
Yeah.
On the fight, so.
can I interest you lot in any magic items?
Oh, are you?
Oh,
is
yeah.
it-
Oh, now
have
you're
we
bold.
been taking up too much?
Now
of your
that you
time?
can't, like.
Do you want the ear? Can we stay longer if I give you this?
Actually,
I don't want the ear.
do you by chance have any healing potions that are better than just like your standard?
Oh, right. That's what we came in here for.
We
in the
did
first
come in
place.
for potions.
Sadly, I don't have a lot of anything in the way of greater healing potions, as I donated most of those to the townsfolk in the city guard after the attack in recent days. But I do have 2 potions of healing for 50 gold apiece.
I'll take them. Better than nothing. You can always just drink.
Would it be possible to commission some from you? I mean, for the sake of the town and a bit for ourselves.
Sure. I will warn you, though, I work alone here, so the more that we add to my docket of enchantments, the longer the days you'll have to wait for those items will be.
I think the price of that commission can come with an apprentice. Don't you think?
What?
I mean, we could also just check Altanin when we get there.
We're not doing it.
I can also hold your items for you. If you've got business in Altenin, you could head there and then come back and pick up your items after.
I think I'd rather be with this very exciting shield, if you don't mind. And a vacation here sounds nice. We can pick up some small job, something. Help them rebuild a bit or something. Do a Mistwalker thing. We haven't really stretched our legs in that way. It was
I feel
kind
like
of...
a small job is never really a small job.
But maybe there's
Maybe someone's like, someone stole...
Oh, purse snatcher.
Maybe.
Oh, someone stole all my sconces.
What if we?
Who's stealing sconces?
Exactly, we have to
What is
find
this
out.
world?
There is a
Can't even have a sconce anymore.
there is a community posting board in the town square if you're
We
looking
could
for
check
work.
that. We could
Easy
also see if we can find out where the stake that attacked, where they came from, and we could go, take down that settlement or something.
I'm sure somebody's offering some sort of reward for that.
Any rumors on it?
I don't know. I haven't been by the town square
Alright.
today.
I was just asking if since the attack occurred, if you've heard of any.
I know a lot of people are disgruntled.
I would be.
So they sealed up this city, but did any of them, the stake that is, did they get away?
A number of them, sure.
But
After their
did anyone
numbers,
follow them out? Or
no,
was it sort
no,
of
they were
like
chased out of
shop rules?
they were chased out of the city, and once they were their numbers were reduced and they retreated, we didn't give chase. Like the city guard didn't chase them down. I don't think they stayed in place in case there was another wave
Oh,
of
maybe
attackers.
we can do that.
And the druids began quickly, reforming the oak wall.
Plant people.
They're regular people, but
They do plant magic.
practices of natural magic, yes.
We could talk to them too.
Couldn't hurt. Alright, to the town square?
I'll get those 2 potions and I'll go ahead and
Of course,
slide.
there you are. You sure I can't offer you any of our other wares? We've got a lot of interesting things in stock.
Oh,
Yeah,
look
give
at
us
that. Can
give
I
us
be
the pitch.
restringing like the bow with this other string while this is happening? Or is
He's
that?
gonna do that for you because he has to tie the enchantment to the bow. as well.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. Well, let me just give you the quick tour. We've got this spell scroll just in. It'll help you comprehend any languages.
Oh.
How much is it?
200 gold.
Fine.
Thank you very much. We've also got now 2 immovable rods worth 5,500 gold pieces each, but I don't think you'd be interested in. Obviously, if you wanted yours back, I'd just give it back. You've already bought the potions of healing. We've got this wonderful pair. We've got a potion of fire breath. Drink this, you'll be breathing fire. And this potion of water breathing. Drink this, and you'll be breathing underwater for an hour. We've also got this lovely beaut, and he sets this large kind of clay pot looking situation onto the table, nicely glazed with like a glossy finish. This is an alchemy jug. Somebody name a liquid.
Piss.
He picks it up.
Why is that your first liquid? Mine was orange juice, my dude.
Does anybody else have maybe a different?
No, do piss.
No. How about?
I beat you to it though, didn't I?
How about with a healing potion?
Healing potions don't work.
Son of a bitch.
It's gotta be non-magical.
The liquid components of a healing potion.
Alright.
Tequila. Fill it with alcohol.
Tequila. Have a look. Have a taste.
Do a smell.
You didn't say good tequila, did you?
Top.
He hands
I
it
sip
back.
it.
When I
Sip
take
it?
a little vial.
Yeah.
Just
It's nice. Hang on, let me actually check on this real quick. It can definitely make tequila. I know that for certain. And it creates about 2 gallons of tequila.
What?
Why?
Yeah, so 2 gallons in there. If you want water, it can create 12 gallons. If you want wine, it can create 1 gallon. Oil, it can make a quart. 4 gallons of beer, it makes honey, it makes oil, vinegar, salt water, fresh water. It can make a basic poison or beer. I think I already said. Honey.
It can make poison.
Right, mayonnaise too. And
What? No, I don't care about the mayonnaise.
I haven't tried
like
piss,
the
but it
jug.
might make piss. But people drink out of it
How
sometimes.
much for the jug?
The jug itself is 500 gold pieces.
That's what, 50 platinum?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I slide it over.
Wonderful, you're now the proud owner of an alchemy jug. And an acrid scent.
The first thing you put.
You might
I was kidding, sort of, but.
want to wash that out before you drink from it again.
Right, maybe put soap and water on the next.
You've already purchased the blazing bowstring. We've also got Therin's special ointment. He sets a little vial down on the table.
Feel the outside of the jug.
Sorry, it totally slipped my mind. I was thinking of potions earlier when you asked. This is a special ointment that I've created myself. It is a glass jar about 3 inches in diameter. This one's got 5 doses in it. It's kind of like an enchanted aloe vera. You can either, apply it to your skin, or you can swallow a bit of it, and it will not only heal you of any wounds that you may have inflicted, but it will also cure you of any disease that you have.
Oh,
I mean, that's yeah.
absolutely.
No, that's
How
great.
much is the jug?
For Therin's ointment, it's 350 gold pieces. Rather uncommon.
I mean, it has your name on it, unless there's some other famous Theron that's making.
No,
What's
it's my own special blend.
What's the other stuff you have?
I've got 2 more items. One, a little on the cheaper side, and one is my most precious item in the shop as it stands today. This one, he sets down another little vial. Oil of slipperiness. It does exactly what it sounds like it does. It can make you slippery, or if you pour it on the ground, make the ground very slippery.
I want it.
Is it like a time or something?
Uh,
I feel like there's always a caveat with these things. Like, it wouldn't be worth 300 if it could last forever.
I'd call them conditions more than caveats, but sure.
That's why I'm not a shop owner.
It's I know, and he kind of moves it around. It seems very thick, and it's just a dark black liquid. I know it seems thick, but once you start pouring it out, it flows like no other. It can cover a medium or smaller creature, along with Strand hates it. Can cover a medium or smaller creature along with the equipment that it's wearing and carrying. Applying the oil takes 10 minutes. The affected creature then gains the effects of a freedom of movement spell, which means you cannot be restrained. Alternatively, you can pour it on the ground as an action, and it covers a 10-foot square, duplicating the effects of a grease spell in that area for 8 hours.
I want it. How much?
This one's 150 gold pieces.
Great.
But if your coffers are running low, this one sets out a beautiful potion that is it's filled with the beautiful part of it is kind of the bottle that it's in. So it's nice, kind of Erlenmeyer flask shape, flat on the bottom. As he sets it down, it's got silver wire coming up from the bottom, and a little bit coming down, wrapped around the mouth of the potion as well. And it's filled with a transparent liquid that has this silver crescent moon shape floating in it. This was not easy to come across. I had to get a toenail clipping from a fire giant. But this is a potion of fire giant strength. You drink this, and it'll make you very strong for an hour. This one, top of the line, 8,000 gold.
Mummy, please. I want to be as strong as a fire giant.
This, you're already very strong.
But I'm not fire giant strong.
He's not. It's true. That's 800
Platinum.
platinum.
No. How many bits of that ointment did you say was in there? 3?
5.
5. And just so you guys know, out like mechanically, the potion of fire giant strength makes your strength score 25 for an hour.
Wow.
Mommy, I want it so bad. I'll
What if
share.
I want
We
it?
can all take a small sip.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Potions don't work that way.
Oh.
I believe you have to take the whole thing on your own.
Yep. Toenail and all.
Well, maybe we'll do a couple jobs and we'll earn ourselves some fire giant
Oh,
strength.
could you hold it for us? Can we put it on layaway?
Can't put it on. What is that? Just lay it down?
I don't
Well,
think
I
it
mean-
was
You
good.
lay it away.
I kind of like that terminology. I'll tell you what. If you can put down 1,000 gold pieces now, I can sell it to you for 7,000 when you come back. I can keep it away.
Right.
Well, yeah, but I won't sell it to anybody else.
Right. That's up to them. I have.
I'll lay it away,
I
as it
have a
were.
lot of money. I would have bought that right off of you. But I can't. Because my bloody wife.
I'll do it. He owes me a favor anyway.
All right.
Who's he? Me?
Yeah, you.
What do I owe a favor to?
It's fine.
Well, thank you so much for your patronage. It sounds like you've got a lot to talk about. Thank you so much for the gifts as well. I hope you know these were friend prices. So
Oh, thank you.
I feel indebted to you for everything you've done for me. I hope that these bring you a lot of luck and usefulness in your travels, as I know your items will bring to me. I'll have your umbrella done soon, and same thing with your blazing crossbow string and your blazing bowstring.
Yes.
And he takes your bow and very carefully takes the string off and puts the new one on, chanting under his breath and doing verbal and somatic components as he ties it on. And you see a little bit of that orange red kind of trails up onto your bow itself, and just kind of like links it there at the tips. He hands it back to
It's
you.
in my colors too.
Let me look this up real quick so I can tell you exactly how it works.
Okay. Oh yeah, I have to do a thing, huh? How many times can I use the alchemy check?
So you speak a command phrase to activate it, and it makes any arrow that is fired from it for the next 10 minutes ignite in flames and deals an additional 1d10 fire damage on top of your regular arrow damage.
Okay. Is there a thing in here?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Bless me.
It can make so
Oh,
much.
you can customize damage bonus
And so much piss.
D10.
Endless piss.
Where's it coming from? Who knows?
It's just coming.
You ever
out
have one of those
somebody.
moments where like you really have to pee and then suddenly you're like, oh wait, no, I can hold it longer.
That's where it goes.
Someone took your piss.
It was me. I took your
Are you
piss.
taking the piss?
I took it.
I'm taking the piss.
Hello, Gov.
All right, so as you all say your goodbyes to Thayer and Kettle of the Kettle and Quill,
It was very nice. We should get him something. I know. Okay, I guess. I mean, that was very generous.
We could now that we kind of know what he's about. We
Right,
could get
yeah.
him something more
Yeah.
tailored
Yeah.
to his interests.
He seemed like a flower guy.
I was gonna get him flowers
Like
at
a
the general
flower,
store, but
right?
it seemed like I didn't want it to be like, oh, hi there, it's nice to meet you. I'm new in town.
Right.
It was. I wanted it to be casual.
Flowers die. I mean, he could probably keep him alive forever or something weird, but
I forgot to mention this during RP, but whenever they were like, he was very easy to read in terms of like insight
Yeah, did he seem into us?
at times. But yeah, the Harshan people carry their emotions on their faces literally, and you could kind of read his emotions based on how blue or violet his face became throughout the conversation. Like when he was excited, it almost took like more of a reddish tinge in the cheeks, and then whenever he was being like very heartfelt, it was like a very cool blue with violet.
we can give them some red flowers, some blue flowers, something. They're kind of like, look, that's what your face looks like. I mean, not like an insult. That sounded bad, didn't it? I said it out loud.
But we could also do pink because he's got pink hair.
Seems like a fan of pink.
We've got room to work
The
with.
the post board, right? That's something we're going to check.
The square.
The square.
The square.
All right.
The square.
You all make your way to the town square, and you see a number of job postings. Go ahead and make investigation checks. What is it? Are you looking more for like a specific type of work? Or are you looking more for like higher paying stuff? What are you after?
I think we were kind of looking for steak related.
Right, yeah.
Stuff.
Seeing what the activity still is in the
Okay.
area.
Yeah, somebody make an investigation check.
I can wait for someone else to do it.
Oh, I thought we were all making investigation checks.
No, there's not really a point if all of you do it.
Well,
'Cause that's-
mine's before.
Well, I mean, if
so-
everyone's looking at the map of a mall, like, everyone sees something different.
That's true.
How packed is this post board? It's probably a better
Yeah,
question.
it's hard to toe the line between like having the rolls mean something, because oftentimes if it's just like, all right, everybody roll this one check, that's like, okay, we've got 4 chances to get this right, you guys. So I try to avoid that when I can.
Well, 4. is
On a 4?
what I rolled, yeah.
On 4.
But
What is the plus to investigation?
But does her investigation determine the quality of the work? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. You just said make an investigation check. I
Right,
thought we
yeah.
were all doing it.
So
if
did
I knew
I.
that it was just one, I would have been like, someone who's good at that should do it, because I'm a +2 guy on investigation.
That's nothing to scoff at.
Compared to the rest of her skills.
That being said, however, this city was recently attacked by the Silver Stake. Rolling low on investigation doesn't mean that you don't see postings that are there, which there are postings there about people who are, most of them are not specific. There's nobody who's, there are no postings that are like, go to this Silver Stake hideout in this location and take them out. These are the ones who did it. They're more like, like 300 gold to the person who can bring me the head of so-and-so, and then it's like a drawing of a likeness of one of the Silver Stake members who killed a particular person's family member or injured a particular someone. There are a number of those. Most of them are targeting like specific nameless members, and a lot of the depictions are just the depictions of the porcelain masks. But they do have like various different designs to them. I've been told that we're being raided, which is cool.
Oh.
What's up, y'all?
Hello.
We're looking at the job posting board.
Whoa.
Thank you to Quest and Chaos for the raid.
Hi
Welcome,
there,
everybody.
Nice to meet you.
hello, everyone.
Hi. If you're feeling lost, we have a YouTube channel. You can find us at Arcanarama, and we have all of our episodes there.
Yeah.
Thanks
if you like
for
what you
coming.
see, check it out.
It's nice to meet you.
Is there any of these that are not a mask that is just like a guy?
Make another investigation check.
Okay.
This one's gonna be good. You guys.
Don't say shit like that before you roll dice.
Say that before you roll dice all the
It's
time.
better than the last one.
How much?
That's gonna be a 5. That's gonna be a 5 for me, everyone.
That's gonna be.
Looking
This one's gonna be.
looking through, no, there are no specific postings with shown face. It seems like whatever this Silver Stake raid was, they all kept their true identities concealed, and probably for good reason.
For like job posting.
You know,
You know what I
to not be hunted and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if they need to go into a town for supplies, whatever.
Well, there's plenty to choose from, so whatever you feel like, whichever mask you want to crush the most.
What if? How many? About how many are there?
Job postings?
5.
There are about 10, particularly related to Silver Stake. A lot of them are just, blanket offers of various gold amounts for, just bringing proof of Silver Stake heads.
All right. This is gonna sound ambitious, but we're gonna be doing a lot of traveling, a lot of looking for Silver Stake anyway. Why don't we just gather them up? And as we find people,
We
Grab
just take a mask and just say, look, it's the person here.
No, if we're taking down a keep or a hold of Silver Stake members, we'll put all their heads into one of our bags of holding, and we'll bring back the heads with the masks, and we'll dump them out in the town square for everyone to see. Perfect. Where should we start? Spikes.
You guys have this ability to turn a sentence that is a lot more difficult than what you're imagining and make it seem as though it's just, we go just get
because we're already doing the thing that's in. If we weren't going after Silver Stake, then yeah, that would be a huge undertaking. But we're already doing that, so we might as well help some people figure out who killed their family members.
I agree wholeheartedly.
What is
Everything
Aurora's
is going to go
passive investigation?
Higher than the rest of ours.
My passive investigation is a 12, okay?
15.
But since I was doing it on purpose.
As this conversation is happening, Aurora, and you're kind of like looking back and forth between Rabbit and Silas and Cholula, out of the corner of your eye, there's a little gust of wind, and you notice one of the papers kind of lift up a little bit, and you see a number of zeros on one of the sheets.
Can I snatch it down?
Yeah. You move one of the many Silver Stake postings, and you see a job listing that was posted by a man named Herschel Green.
Herschel. Fuck yeah.
Fuck out, dude.
Fuck yeah, Herschel.
Love a good Herschel.
Calling for the pelt of an Otiug. And there's a little depiction of one. It's this strange creature that seems to be mostly jaw. Very like bulbous and strange looking. 2 long tentacles depicted coming up out of its back. It's a rather nice drawing, actually.
Man. How do you spell that?
Otyugh, I believe.
Okay.
I might be pronouncing it incorrectly, but whatever. Otyugh. And the reward is 7,000 gold.
How convenient.
I think this one's a good starting spot. He just wants a pelt. I mean, it can't be too hard for us to kill an ant.
At least that one, we know exactly what we're going to be killing.
Does it say where it is?
No, but it says where to find him.
Yeah, it lists his address within the city for further inquiries. It also says serious inquiries only.
That's something that's more specific than go kill some people with masks and then hope that they're all
grab a
good.
couple of these
Gonna
anyway.
be killing people with masks.
I know, but
as a point of
what
order.
I'm trying to say is, how do you prove? Like, see, this is this one from this poster. Like, how do you get a receipt? Is what I'm saying.
I don't think we can really, but
Also, who drew all of these? This one must have killed for like at least a week or 10 days.
I think if we bring back any amount of masks, they'll be happy.
Yeah, right. I mean, we will get some reward. I'm just saying there's no way to tell who we've brought back. If we bring back a bunch of heads with masks on them.
I still think it's a good idea.
We've avenged your family. Just pick one of these. Did you say he had red
No,
hair?
it's really not about, for most people who are trying to get, like, vengeance, it's not necessarily about being right. It's just about having the ends tied up. You know what I mean?
Oh.
We know that it was Silver Stake.
Aurora also on a passive investigation of 15. There's also another listing that is offering 50 gold pieces per Silver Stake mask.
listen, though I am also skeptical of the just shoot them up and bring back their masks. This is technically also right over here. One that's just asking for their masks.
Boom. Fine.
Skull
a
crusher,
mask for gold
and
pieces.
We can... Maybe we could talk to the morgue And we could potentially, since we have a cart, bring back bodies with us, at least of maybe like the leaders. We could store them in the morgue, have people come check. Hey, does this look like one who was a part of an attack on your ship? And then, if not, we don't claim that reward. But it could be a way to gently do the, hey, here's the person who did
I'm fine.
the ship.
We don't have to walk on eggshells.
I like that. Let's go ahead and start with this.
The
Okay.
the thing. I immediately was just gonna call it the thing or the beast.
Great. I like the thing.
Or I was just
The
gonna
O
call it
word.
like Herschel's beast. or
The
something
O
like
word.
that.
So let's go to
I'm
this
hoping
address
sincerely
that
that the
talks
person
to this-
hiring us will tell us what it is.
That would be nice to hear it from. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're gonna check on.
Herschel
Yes, we're gonna check on the O word and then kill all the masks we see.
Right.
and his beast. Yes.
I'm gonna make sure that I have both of those little slips in my bag.
Absolutely.
Hopefully we can do it in 4 days. I don't have a watch on. I meant to look for a watch in these stores. I forgot.
You've been talking about a watch all the time. We should have known.
I didn't even know that they made like wristwatches. I thought that they were only like the real big ones on building. Well, I mean, I guess if you can spend all the time to make all the massive ones, you could do,
Fewer materials.
yeah, smaller material. But
We're walking, right?
I thought we were just doing like our normal walk and talk kind of thing. Once we sort of start the ramble, I usually assume we start.
We assume that we've been walking once we start.
Yeah, we
The
should
West
ask
Walkers.
where this address is, right? Like we kind of chose a direction and started walking.
Be
I-
real quick, ask for directions.
Yeah, I don't even know if
We
I've seen.
probably could have grabbed a map of this city while we were there too.
Oh, we were at the general
Damn.
store.
Yeah, somebody make a quick survival check.
I'll do it.
Do it. Do
How
it.
far is the square from the map, the general store?
Not far. He's just off the square.
I might just run over and see if I can get it.
Just run in real quick.
Yeah, and don't apologize or anything. Just
Why would I do that? It was a
no,
15.
that's what I would do.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna run over to the general
so
store.
Yeah, as Cholula runs over to the general store on a 15 survival, the streets are like numbered. It's very kind of akin to there's like the streets running one way are numbered and the streets running the other way are named.
Oh, is it
So-
a grid system?
Yeah, so you've got like a corner that you're
Love a
pretty
grid.
confident you could find.
Oh, we love a grid in this house.
Contradictory to the whole aesthetic, though, right? It's all very wild and then grids.
No, but you know what? We like controlled chaos.
we do like.
Oh, they're not like straight lines,
Oh, okay.
but they do intersect.
Oh, it's a little. If you were drunk, this wouldn't be possible. It'd just be.
Cholula, you pop back into the needy shawl.
Yes.
Well, hello there and welcome back. Did you forget something that you needed?
I actually did. Do you have a map of this city of Mossendell?
That I do.
Can I buy that from you, please?
Of course.
Thank
That'll
you.
be 5 silver.
Deal.
You just caught me in the middle of a commercial.
5 silver, you say?
Exactly that much.
Well, here you are.
Does this
And thank
shop
you. Here you are. Here's your map. Enjoy.
have a wonderful day?
Yes, and you as well.
I'm gonna leave.
Hell yeah, guys.
You leave the halfling standing there behind the counter, and return to the Mistwalkers with a map of Mossendell.
Okay.
All right. Yeah,
I don't know.
those aren't straight roads. That's a nightmare.
What's the address?
You give the address. I'm not gonna
Here
come
it
up
is.
with fucking street names for every city you go to. Fuck off. You.
I want it.
Commit to the bit.
Give it.
I'll do it
to us.
eventually
Give it to
when I'm writing the fucking module. Fuck. All right.
There's 4 billion streets.
It's on Second and Bloom. Nailed it.
Exactly.
So,
Second and
Good
Bloom.
work.
Yeah, I am moved by the street name.
You make your way down the twisting streets to Second and Bloom on the corner, which is actually Second Street is like pretty far out on the edges. Like you're much closer to the oak wall that surrounds the city. Those like massive moss-covered trees that have no room between them for anyone to get through, other than the gates at the various exits and entrances to the city. The homes here are a lot smaller, much less stonework and much more wood. And interestingly, a lot of them appear to be made of like living wood that is rooted to the ground, rather than constructed. And again, it gives you kind of the sense of how it only Genasi that understand the elements so well could have created this city that exists within the marsh. And doesn't just sink into it. You approach and knock on the door.
Yeah,
Who wants to knock?
I'll do it.
All right.
Truly, you knock. A couple moments pass. You hear several locks being undone on the other side, and the door kind of cracks open. You see a very, very old Genasi, kind of bluish skin, pretty wrinkled, balding on top with this kind of like wispy white hair. You instantly recognize this to be a Cloud Genasi, similar to your friend Cressel from back in Lugrieve. As he kind of looks through.
Yeah,
Hello, are you Herschel?
yeah.
I'm Tallulah Duvet. We are the Mistwalkers. We saw your post on the board in the square. We came to get information from you.
Venturers, yeah?
Yes.
Come on in.
He opens the door.
Do I feel compelled to go in?
That is up to you, my
I
friend.
go right in. Are there like snacks out? Like, is this like one of those houses?
It sounds like it.
It's definitely definitely cottage vibes.
Okay.
Kind of single room. You can see the bed.
Great.
You don't see like a toilet, which is kind of nice.
That's usually what I look when I'm invited into someone's house. And I'm like,
Do I see?
no toilets in the entryway. that's
But yeah, it opens to a quaint little room. There are tons of like trinkets and little, for back of a letter term, crafts
Back of
and
a
things.
letter
A lot of what?
He said for back of a letter term.
Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Oh God.
No, it's a new phrase. I like it. I really do. It feels better.
For
You
lack
know,
of
it's on the back written there.
Yeah,
That's
for lack of a better term, it's a lot of trinkets, a lot of kind of like hand carved and chiseled wooden statuettes and things of that nature.
Does he seem to have other hides in here?
Yeah, there are a number
Okay.
of hides, mostly like furs that appear to be. Actually, make a nature check.
Just as I close D&D Beyond, you ask me for nature checks. 16!
16. They are absolutely minks, beavers, and swamp rat hides.
Minks! So small. You eat them.
He brings you in, and you're instantly accosted by the smell of like a mixture of pipe smoke and tea leaves. Just as you come in, he's motions to like a small couch and chair off to the side. He's like,
Have a seat down.
Okay.
as you come in and sit down, you hear the whistling of the kettle, which he takes off and kind of looks around, opens up a shelf and grabs a couple of more teacups and begins pouring tea for all of you, which he hands without asking.
You have a lovely
That's
home.
very kind. Thank you.
Don't thank you kindly.
How long has this tree been growing?
Well, I've been in my family for about 112 years, I think.
Wow.
Wow, that's wonderful.
Built by my grandpappy. So you found a job posting, huh?
Yes. What can you tell us about this creature?
Otyug.
Oh, to you.
Nasty aberration. Live out in the marsh. Likes to hide in trash. Refuse. Things of the like. You find a lot of bones, you find it. Typically to the northwest of town. That's why I had my run in. I was out there fishing with my son, and he got pulled under. Took him in. Couldn't even save the fishing pole.
That's a shame.
no.
A good fishing pole like that.
Yeah,
And his son.
And his son was on the other end.
yeah. Yep, it was my apprentice.
Something you're looking to do with the hide, or is this more of a just wanting to know that the thing is.
Yeah, bit of revenge.
He like very seriously leans in. He's like kind of eyeing all of you.
I just need to know he's dead.
Okay. Okay,
So it can be damaged.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, yeah, you ain't got to be
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, you're not going to be wearing it or anything, right?
I just want him dead, and I want proof he dead.
Okay.
Right. Sure.
Are there multiples of these out there, or is it sort of in that area it will be one that has its own territory?
Potentially multiple. I only seen the 3 tentacles. I didn't even see the creature's head. But I saw them barbs. I knew instantly it was Otyug.
Old Hugh.
Right, okay.
Anything we should know about like going in? Like, is there anything that might help us take it down faster? Anything it could do to us that might kill us
You
faster?
said aberration, I think.
Always to
haven't
lure
had
it out.
a ton
Yeah,
of
they ain't
run-ins.
natural.
It's not natural. Not natural.
They bite. They grab you with the tentacle. Pull you under the water. Eat you up. Something funny.
I know this guy.
Yeah, he was in Jaws. Did he scratch a chalkboard when we walked in?
Only one man come out.
Tentacle come out of the water. Adventurer don't come out of the water.
I wish I've seen more than like 10 movies.
You've never seen Jaws.
I know.
Oh, you have room to talk.
I've seen Jaws.
Yeah.
I saw
like-
Deep Blue Sea.
There's like 6 of them in this
Fuck
room
yeah.
right now.
That was my shark movie, so.
Deep Blue Sea is great.
Fantastic stuff.
All right. About
I'll go out there and get him myself, but my adventuring days are long past.
no, that's fine. Ours
that.
have just started.
Right, yes.
About how far north?
2.25 miles
2.25 miles.
northwest. When the swamp gets real soft and murky.
Right.
Should we bring a boat?
Couldn't hurt.
You said it likes trash. Was that something you saw around it, or was that something you would...
Yeah, we were just remarking on the bodies of several animals. In hindsight, probably should have, alerted us to something being around.
Okay. So
We just started off.
it had carcasses around it, right? That's kind of a sign of where it is.
Yeah, there was a smell, quite a smell.
Smell? It's good to know. A smell?
Smell of death. You smell death, you close.
Just out for me. Does this look like somebody who has 7,000 gold to pay us?
I didn't want to.
Make an insight check.
Because that's
all these trinkets.
an absurd amount of money.
You said your
It's a lot of money.
adventuring days were behind you. That's,
Yes,
are you quite formidable in your day?
Are you part of a group?
I was. Yeah, the Oath of Iron, it was called. I was pretty handy with a bow myself. Magics here and there. But, that life is only sustainable for so long. You can only lose so many friends before your heart starts to go with them. But I got some well saved up from those days.
I had done the math and then I was taking notes. Is 17 plus 6 is 8, 23.
23. I'm going to call that was insight, correct?
Yeah.
Based on what he just said, he's telling you the full truth. And
Gorgeous.
you can see there are a lot of trinkets and odds and ends, but there's also a kind of just like a bucket in one of the corners of this place that is full of about 6 different quarterstaffs that are all very finely crafted.
Ooh, can I just go look at them?
Sure. You stand up and walk over. He kind of like follows you with his eyes.
What are you doing over there?
I'm not touching. Just looking.
All right,
Can I look?
sure. Go on, give him a try if you want.
I do.
Yeah, you grab one. It is it's like so finely crafted and honed, perfectly balanced. It almost has like a sheen to it that you can't quite get from a varnish. That is just like incredibly smooth. Make an Arcana check.
12.
12.
It's
There-
not my steez.
There are definitely runes that you can make out that have been carved into the staff that have this kind of silver inlay to them. Silver inlay to them. And it is very well made and probably worth a pretty penny.
Interesting. I put it back.
I see you got an eye for detail. Some of my best work.
What does it? You made these.
I do.
What does it do?
It hits things real good.
For how
It's
much
thing-
money?
Hey, it's.
You looking to buy?
If you're looking to sell.
That one there's some of my finest work. 2,000 gold pieces.
Something we look forward to earning from the job posting that you have posted.
I don't have that much, but I do have 1,000 gold pieces.
They get you to step down, the one in the back there. Kind of green tint to it.
Why don't we halve it? You're 1,000, my 1,000.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Because it's going to be hard to share it. Thank you so much. And I
Tell you
throw
what.
her my bag of gold.
Tell you what. Take that one for 1,000.
The one I was just.
Yeah, it'd be nice to know that it was my own work that took down that bastard.
I hug him.
We're hugging, Humphrey. We're stopping hugging.
I just hand over the bag that Rabbit threw at me.
You're warm.
Okay.
I stop hugging him.
Those are the words people say when you hug them.
You can add a +2 quarterstaff to your inventory.
+2.
I am Silas. This is Cholula. That's Aurora. And that's Rabbit.
I'm Herschel Green.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. We are the Mistwalkers, and you have our word that something will happen.
Alright, either you bring it back or you die. Whatever.
That is usually the case.
Just hire somebody else if you do. I got a good feeling about y'all.
Do you?
Good.
You're weird. The weird ones always make it.
Yeah.
That's true.
This is usually about the part of the conversation where we're very bad at exiting.
We
But
should
I
be
can
on
tell
our
you
way.
know.
Get out of my house.
Oh, that was very helpful. Thank you for the stuff.
As you
You
all
can't just hug people. Like,
When they give you 1,000 gold discount on a staff, you can. Look at it. Look at it. I just start poking him in the chest with it. Look how nice. Look how nice.
see it.
Look how
I
nice.
feel it. It's a staff. It's nice.
Isn't it nice? Look at the runes.
There's runes
Actually,
on the
can I take a
Look at the runes.
yeah,
I'm just holding it under here.
Hey,
Do
great,
I?
you can make an
great
Arcana check.
runes.
So, should we take the cart?
I think we should see if anybody could give us a boat.
Yeah, we should be wary of our of the playing field. It seems like that's probably where it gets its advantages.
Aren't we trying to stay...
It has tentacles. We have feet in mud.
We're trying to stay out of the water. Yes.
60.
To the best of our ability.
But in the
16.
event that it starts pulling us, it might be nice to be able to follow.
you see some relatively advanced strengthening charms.
Should we grab that water-breathing potion?
Did he say how much that one was?
No.
I don't think so.
I am admittedly recently much poorer.
This one's got me on an allowance, and it's not much.
I can tell you guys that the water breathing potion is 300 gold.
Okay. Let's just stop in and grab it.
I think it's. I
Because
think it's
all of his
worthwhile.
all of his wares were labeled with prices on the wall behind him.
Probably worth it. We should
Okay.
probably go at night, right? For
I'm gonna
friend
pop in and
Aurora
buy
and
that
myself.
potion.
For
All right.
advantage in that regard.
Will you pop in and say hello once more to the Harshan man,
We're so bad at shopping, like
Tharon Kettle?
once.
You say hello to Tharon Kettle and purchase the potion of water breathing, which he is very proud for.
You guys don't want to play that out?
You can also see that he's already hard at work on Silas's umbrella, and worth noting, we don't have to play out a whole scene, but as you see him working on it, when you come inside and the bell rings, he kind of like moves it from one table to another, and you notice that the handle of the umbrella, like the staff portion of it, when he lifts it up, kind of like droops as if it were made of cloth, which is odd. You buy the potion and you make your way out.
Yes.
All right. So, as Silas suggested, we'll head out at night.
Oh, we're just two of our party, a bit more advanced.
It doesn't hurt either of us at all to be out at night.
So just in a couple of hours then? Should we wait around or maybe?
Probably
We
game
could
plan.
get dinner.
We could get dinner. Yeah.
We could get
The
dinner.
steaks are nice there.
Do you want to go? You seem like you'd like to try out something that
No,
not dry.
I was
Which is fair. It's not unfair of you to want.
being.
Best
We
dry
could try
food.
to go up in the.
With a hummingbird.
But what if? Yeah, right. I mean, that feels like a trek in and of itself, right? Like we have a bit of a fight ahead of us. We could just go into the restaurant that's
fair.
on the ground, right?
That's fair.
I could zap up there. That's not really an issue, but it's
I could fly.
you can, which
Yeah, we'd be hiking. Telekinesis can only get me about 30 feet. I mean, we tried it with a wall. So
we could game plan at the Dry Bean.
We'll go to the dry bean. We'll eat dinner. And
got-
we'll game plan.
Did we ask how many tentacles?
he said
said
at
we
least
saw
3.
At least 3. So that's good. That's
We should assume more, but
one less than us. So we could kind of split it to
ours
10.
don't go like.
No, they don't.
Canonically.
That's how a tentacle do.
That's how a tentacle do. You taking notes? That's how the fight's gonna be.
Yeah. Let me just adjust the stat block real quick. So,
Jumps out of the water and hit you with his tentacle.
Shit yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. We're coming at you, Mercer.
no, you gotta give it more like,
Why did we have to make them wet?
because they came out of a swamp.
But you show me a dry tentacle.
Speaking of wet, or rather the absence thereof, you all make your way back to the Dry Bean to have some dinner before you make plans to trek out into the marshlands once again to hunt an Otiug. And that's where we're going to go ahead and end tonight's episode of Arcanarama. But before we go, we have a giveaway to announce.
A giveaway?
Also, do you want to, real quick at the top, because we still have like a lot of new friends in here right now?
Yeah, whoa, holy shit. Also, so yeah, thank you so much to Quest and Chaos. Holy shit, there are a lot of people in here. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to Quest and Chaos for the raid. That's super rad. Shout out to Dingo Panic for the follow. If you want to partake in this giveaway, type the word... Was it pig for this one? Shop.
It was shop.
Yeah. Type the word...
You have to be a follower.
Yeah, you do have to be a follower to be eligible to win. So all you have to do is click that heart. It's free to do. Doesn't cost you anything. And you might win this beautiful set of Fablefire dice. For those of you that don't know, I make dice. I made these dice. You can have them. So some quick shout outs that I want to do before we move on to that. Shout out to Dingo Panic for the follow. Shout out to Frickin' Botham for the 5 mystery gifted subs. Shout out to Rowstone for the 5 mystery gift subs. And shout out to WeFirm for the 5 mystery gift subs. Holy shit, you guys. And thank you to Hinhanska. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Hinhanska for the follow. Thank you so much. So yeah, go ahead and type the word shop in the chat and give us a follow for your
Should
chance
we
to win
buy
the
some
glittering
time
gold.
with our announcements?
Yeah,
While
we
they-
could go ahead and just give like a here's who
Sure,
we
yeah.
are, here's what we do.
Yeah, so we do 2 giveaways every week. We do the more fun mystery mini pre-painted miniature giveaway.
It's from our sponsor, More Fun Comics and Games.
Yeah, which is our local comic book shop. They provide us with these miniatures from WizKids that are pre-painted and very nice. They're kind of like a box full of random minis, so you don't know exactly what you're going to get outside of the theme. This week's theme is Snowbound. So it's probably like ice themed or right at home at like a Frostmaiden game if you're in one of those.
They also have Wild Beyond the Witchlight, which is another set of There's like a balloon in that one, which
Yeah.
is wild.
That'll be next week at 8 p.m. That'll be our first giveaway. Will be a Wild Beyond the Witchlight mystery mini pack. We also give away a set of handmade dice every week. This week's is the Glittering Gold set from Fable Fire. I also, self-plug real quick, do...
You have to stay.
I'm an artist and a YouTuber over at youtube.com/fablefire, where I make dice and I do D&D Pokemon fusions and a bunch of other shit. I build the sets for the show here, the battle maps, and this one I think is up there too.
This totally real tavern we're in.
Yeah.
We're
Totally
really in a tavern.
And you've come in at a really great time. We actually just finished like a pretty big arc. So
Yeah.
this is like the second episode outside of like a big thing that you're going to be completely clued out of.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's-
Unless you go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Arcanarama.
Which we don't have 100 subscribers on YouTube yet, so we don't have our own URL. But if you go to YouTube and search Arcanarama, we are the only thing that shows up now. So you can find us that way. And yeah, catch up. There's also tons of clips of fun and serious and sad and hilarious moments from throughout the shows over on TikTok, as well as Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. At Arcanarama Show on everything except for TikTok, which is at Arcanarama, because we got in there early on that one.
Check our about section. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's right
They're
here
all
on Twitch.
clickable.
Our other sponsor is the Gilded Rogue. They do D&D, TTRPG themed
Like this
apparel,
wild shape shirt that I'm wearing.
and
You
goodies,
might wanna
and
up.
they also
Yeah,
have
you
a
got
tab on there now with our
Shirt
products. So we have, hoodies, mouse pads, leggings, shirts, all of those different kinds of things with Arcanarama or our spindle dice thing, all the graphic design done by
And it's
Taylor.
all things that keep us here at the table.
Um,
Really, like-
Yeah, huge
Yeah,
shout out
the-
to Butterfly425 for tagging all of our socials, Discord, and sponsors in the chat. You are the greatest, and I ate all of those Tim Tams in like 2 days.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my
Your
God.
Tim Tams made it today too.
I was making cups of
slam that
coffee
shit.
just to use
Yeah.
Tim Tams.
Oh my
Immediately
God.
went home and
The other really cool thing about the Gilded Rogue is that every item that you buy, they work with, what's the foundation?
We need to get
They
that
plant a
copyright.
tree.
We need to get that copyright.
Tree Nation,
Tree
yes.
Nation.
Yeah,
They
thanks,
plant
Robbie.
a tree for every item that you buy, and if you want to, when they email you your receipt, you can opt in to get information about what tree specifically is being planted, where it's being planted, and what it is good for in the environment. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
A lot of the trees seem to be like medicinal to certain areas, which is really rad.
Also, we do the show every Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and but you're lucky if you're a new viewer because we are actually going to be taking the first 3 weeks of September off because we have various different travel plans and things. So we decided it would be best to just take those weeks off. But that is the perfect opportunity to head over to YouTube and catch up on the series if you haven't already. See how far we've come from those first early episodes.
What happens at 200 followers?
When we hit 200 followers, for those of you, again, that don't know, all of us here are artists. I've lived more in the 3D realm, but also do a lot of like digital painting, as does Sam, as does Miranda, as does Kitty. Taylor is a graphic designer who also illustrates and created the overlay that you're seeing that surrounds us here on this beautiful set.
It's this little box that we're all in.
As well as all of our graphics for social media and all of that stuff. So we are relatively capable artists, and when we hit 200 followers, we're going to do a special live stream hooked up to our drawing tablets where we're going to go through the monster manual, monster by monster, and make them thirst traps.
Turns out they're all mimics. And they're all sexy.
I do just want to go ahead and note we still have a lot of viewers in here, but we've only had 6 entries to the dice giveaway.
It's
you do
free
have to be
dice.
a follower. That is free. You just go ahead and click the little heart.
You can even turn off notifications and still be a follower so that you don't have to be notified every Saturday when we go live.
You
But
hit the
why
horn
would you do that?
To remind them of the contest.
Yeah, the word shop. Type the word shop in the chat. S-H-O-P, no punctuation, no capitalization, and you will be entered for your chance to win. And if you're a follower, you will be eligible to win. And yeah, again, being a follower doesn't cost anything. It's free. You just click the heart and you've done it.
And you can ask all of the people in the chat right now who have already won tons and tons of giveaways. It is real. We are not messing with you.
Yeah. Hey, if you have like images of the giveaways that you have won from us previously, from like previous viewers, post those in the general chat on our Discord right now, which you can get to through the link in our About section. It is a wonderful, wonderful little community that we have that has been cultivating itself, really.
Yeah, we sort of just show up.
Which is really rad. But yeah, we have channels in there where we talk about anime because we're all a bunch of fucking stinky weebs. We also talk about...
Great.
That's sweet.
We do also.
That's
very
sweet,
great.
stinky weed.
You smell great. I smell great. We smell great.
There's never not once at this table we aren't wearing deodorant.
That's true. So we talk about, we have a channel for anime. We have Cholula's Kitchen where we talk about and share pictures of like food that we've created and things like that. There's people talk about gardening. We have a whole section for downtime. I started talking about the Brandon Sanderson book that I started reading recently
how it
because
gets
it's
to
really
work.
good. So yeah, go to the About section. You can hop in the Discord and you can have proof of all the wonderful giveaways that we give out.
What do the entries look like now?
We're at 7.
Dude, it's free dice. You have to type in a 4-letter word. Come on, I'll do it.
No,
This
he
isn't-
said I couldn't
No,
do it.
this isn't
I'm
even my
behind
account.
them.
I think this is Robbie's account.
All right. Well, I feel like that has been a suitable amount of time for the people who are interested. You know, some people may just not want glittery dice. That's fine.
That's fine.
Next week. So
Grow
So
up.
if you like that,
next week they'll be very different. Like I personally have these ones that I like that I use that are my little clear guys with holographics. I also have these ones that I made recently that
So
are really cool
many.
that are like cloudy and nice. We've got the new shapes with the D4s that you could literally stab
they're
yourself with.
so good. Look at them.
Or jumbo D20s.
Yeah,
They're big.
They're big. They big boys. Here's regular D20. There's jumbo D20. It's big
Let's,
boy.
let's announce it. Let's announce it.
Yeah.
And then who was it that did the raid?
It was quests. Hang on, let me check. Get out of here, giveaway. It was Quests and Chaos.
Quests and Chaos.
Okay.
Rated with 53 viewers and hosted with 84 chatters. That's fucking
You hear that?
bananas.
So like all of our regulars, just go over there and give them a follow. Like
Yeah,
you know
please
what
do.
to do. Like pollinate a little bit there.
Put the strawberries in the
We can all grow
tomatoes.
new flowers.
Yeah.
Hey, we got another entry. All right.
Hey. Hey.
The winner of the Fantasy Forge Glittering Dice Giveaway, Glittering Gold Dice Giveaway is also Fable Forge. Fable Fire. Fuck.
Man,
I rebranded recently.
the
It's Fable
teleprompter
Fire
is
now.
working.
Anyway, the winner of the Fable Fire Dice Giveaway is Hinhanska! Congratulations, Hinhanska. We will contact you on the back end of Twitch, or if you wanted to hop into our Discord, we can do it that way as well. But Stream Director Robbie will get in contact with you through Twitch Whispers. Congratulations on your new dice. I will show them to you, but they're in my backpack, and it's 5 feet away from me, and I'm not moving.
You're my
There's so many
It's
cables.
within melee range.
Oh, is this box supposed to be open? Did we get anything?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see anything.
Robbie, did we get anything about the box being open?
You're my dice twin. We have a set of dice that are matching.
That's
Probably
true.
not. Let's get out of here.
You match dice with Miranda. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It was wonderful having all of you. We hope to see you next week. But
We do
until
giveaways every
yeah, we do giveaways every week, and you can follow us on social media to see what they are.
Oh my god.
Also, our content is fucking awesome.
Oh my god, your pinkies. You like me?
We'll see all of you in the next episode. But until then, stay safe out there, adventurers.
We've done it.
We've done it again.
I won your heart. Now, don't you want to stay? Watch us. We do this every week for you.
Shout out to Moonlight Mini. I thought you were about to go. La, 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 la.
You're such a good actor. Oh my god.
Are we still live?
Usually
What's
happens this
happening?
long.